Welcome, everybody, here to SimTraX Broadcasting as we bring our debut race here with the National Oval Racing Association, NORA, to be call it short, as we head into the Daytona 500 here tonight. This is going to be a fantastic race. I'm glad you guys were able to join us, as this race at Daytona is always one to be looking forward to. Green flag racing, but none other than this crazy 2-mile track that we're going to be racing at. Joining alongside me will be Stella, that's going to give us a little bit about this track. And now, this track only being about 2 miles long that we're looking at, 40 feet wide in the backstretch. Talk to me about the racing here, because it's going to be a little tricky, as everybody thinks we're going to be in cup cars or in the trucks.
But surprise, surprise, we're going to be in the 87s. Yeah, this is a nice old track, opened in 1959. It has had a NASCAR Cup Series ever since, and it has been the season opener for the points in NASCAR since 1982. It was repaved in 2010 with 50,000 tons of asphalt to do the surfaces, the aprons, skid pads, and pit roads. And we should be looking at our lineup right now.
Alrighty, if you guys tuned in to Facebook or out there anywhere NORA posts, keep in mind these guys have already done qualifying, they've already done practice, they've already done the duels, so we're going to get straight to the grid here tonight, as I guarantee you we're in for a treat, as Bobby Wetzel and Tim Wortman will be starting in the front row. Ryan Patty and it looks like Cody Height will be in sitting 3 and 4. Nick Gilas will be sitting in 5th next to Matthew George, which will be 6th. Starting the inside of row number 7, we've already got Everett Couts sitting in the 7th position, 32 machine, so we'll keep an eye out for him in the Buick. Hopefully he'll be doing a fantastic job here tonight, but he'll have Jeremiah Nelson to his outside. Jamison Middlemiss will be starting in 9th next to Joe McAdory, will be 10th. Josh Conover, and we'll watch out for him in the 97 machine. And starting 11th next, Adam Tevis will be starting in 12th. Rotating on back here, Stella, where I guarantee you a lot more drivers are pretty excited about this. Go ahead and start with 13th on through if you could.
I will not be able to at this point in time. Sorry.
Oh, man, that's garbage. Looks like Tyler DeTalent will be starting in 13th. Yes, I am saying that right. And Timmy Harper will be 14th. Dylan Picklesheimer will be starting in 15th next to William Britton. I've seen William Britton before. Hopefully we'll see him do a great job tonight. Cody Smith 17th. Nicholas Presley in 18th. Dalton Tucker in the number 1 machine will be in our 19th spot. So he's got a long way to go here. See if he can fight this on through, as Sam Taylor will be starting on the outside, and the ever so famous number 3 Chevrolet on the outside. And Jacob, looks like Gladulik? Talk to me, or Stella, who's that?
Gladulich.
Jesus, I wasn't even close. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this one underway, as we are under green, taking off immediately as these cars are already side by side, fast driving here tonight, and I'm definitely excited to see how well these guys can do right off the bat. 200 laps are lined up here, and Bobby Wetzel is out front. Definitely it takes me back to the race of the 1988 run, where Bobby Allison, after the first halfway through the first lap, took the lead, and his son Davey Allison was to the outside sitting in 2nd. So already the number 9 Buick taking the lead here, with the 30 Chevrolet of Ryan Patty following closely behind it, but already slinging to the outside here is Ryan Patty. Alrighty, not too bad. Here's the 24 machine of, looks like Nick Gilas here, trying to fly on through, not able to get it here, but the 83 of Tim Wortman trying to slow it down. I'm liking the paint scheme he's running here tonight.
Yeah, it's looking good. All of these cars are looking great tonight. I like the fact we're still too wide up in the front, but they're starting to drift back into single file as we go.
Well, single file is going to be normal here, as rough as this track is. Not only are we in legacy cars, we are on a legacy track. These cars are bouncing and bumping all over the place, and it is extremely hard to hold on to these cars. I've raced the 87s before, and I've got to admit, Stella, these are my favorite. Per iRacing, they say this is the most correct car built on the circuit. So these cars are moving around, they're shifting around, they bounce around. How they handle, how they run, how the amount of speed that they can gather is exactly what you're seeing here. And these drivers, normally not driving the 87s, but they are coming out here and doing it. And I got to assure you, Stella, this is looking a heck of a lot better than how I saw them practicing earlier in the week.
Ah, never watch that practice. These guys are bringing their game right now, so practice is fun. Race a day is serious.
Yeah. Spot 1, 2, and 3, Bobby Wetzel, Ryan Patty, and Tim Wortman. But I do want to rotate back to Dalton Tucker, who has gained 11 positions already, only less than 3 laps into this race. The number 1 Ford now gaining 12. Right now, he is on a huge move. Apparently, he's trying to drive the tires off this thing. And I've got to admit here, Stella, one thing that you do not want to do here in the 87s is overdrive the car. We are still on the 10.5-inch tires. They're still on the slicks, and they burn out very, very quickly. So he's got to keep himself monitored here, as his gains here are astronomical. 13 positions gained along Dalton Tucker and Cody Smith. Now, Cody Smith is my favorite number in the 75, sitting on the outside. He is on an insane roll right now. Both these guys are laying down the fastest times on the track with a 42.8. Most of these guys haven't broken past the 43s. So right now, on the move are both Cody Smith and Dalton Tucker, only 4 laps into this race.
Yeah, they're keeping it nice and tight, but they've turned him around. Woo!
Bobby Wetzel. Bobby Wetzel's on the bottom, up top.
Gathering up some more.
Stella with no fast repairs here. This is absolutely detrimental. This is catastrophic for the drivers out here that were collected. Bobby Wetzel, Cody Smith, Tim Wortman are guys 1, 2, and 3. Well, I believe 1, 2, and 4. It looks like Ryan Patty was able to squeeze out of this one.
My.
Wow. Wow, that is not what we expected there, and we're looking to see how many vehicles had gotten tangled up in this. Looks like possibly Josh Conover had been gotten into as well. Boy, that was a nasty, nasty wreck here. And we'll see what we can find here in just a moment. We'll roll it on back and figure out what happened here, Stella, because I'm not sure how this kind of boiled down here. It was definitely a interesting spin here that originally started right up top. Let's see if we can take a look. Looks like the 9 may have dropped it off the table, rotated up, and made contact with the 30. And the 30 of Ryan Patty just didn't have anywhere to go.
75 checks up, and 16 pops him in the back, at which point 75 takes 83 out of the game.
Yeah.
But it didn't stop there either.
No, it did not. So we'll kind of stick with the 83 here.
Who shows us his underbelly first thing tonight?
Yeah. Rotating on through. Right now, most of everybody is pitting out there, but here's the insult to injury. Boom.
Yes.
Already slowing down. Notice the back of the field. They're still collecting up.
Yes. Yeah, it hurts. A couple people think that they're racing for that finish line to get, placement for the yellow flag. If I remember right, here in iRacing, they're going to throw that caution. You're going to be stuck in the place that you are as soon as the flag is thrown. So don't run through there like jumping into a barrel of monkeys.
Yeah. All right. Looking to see how many people decided to pit, and looks like everybody's coming down pit now. And this should be an interesting... Now, Stella, you and I are used to some pretty fast pit stop times. A median number here for a pit stop time is about 23 seconds.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we are used to much faster. I mean, we're like, oh, geez, that guy's 15 seconds. What went wrong?
Right. Some drivers are still taking a little extra time. Look like Everett Counts here he's out there for a while. Right now he's sitting almost a minute in the box. So Wetzel, Wortman. And it looks like Nick here. I want to make sure I'm saying his last name right.
Oh, yes, guileless.
Okay.
You knew it went one way or the other. Guileless or guileless, so I double-checked.
Yeah, well, figures. I figure I'll butcher these guys' names as absolutely much as possible until we spend a little more time with them. We're going to see how many guys. I think we may have our first guy who've taken it back to the garage.
Oh.
And I think Tim Wortman will be our first one. Right now, everybody trying to piece it back together.
Woo! It's like 3 took it there pretty quick. Made sure he got to the line first.
Yeah, definitely kind of only smashing
Mr.
each
Taylor
other
was-
all apart. They squeeze out just in time in front of the pace
Yes.
car.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that was
Just barely,
close.
but not bad, not bad. I figure these guys can get up to speed pretty quick.
Well, the speeds that we were originally seeing were getting ready to start nudging about a 200-mile-an-hour mark down the stretches, about 190 miles an hour through the turns. Not too bad. If you remember back in 87, they are going to still set up as if they are in 87. So single file restarts, lapped cars will be on the inside lane.
Lapped cars, inside lane.
Oh, yeah.
Well, how is there an inside lane if you're single file?
Well, they're single file, everybody on the lead lap. So right now, if Tim Wortman were to return, or Cody Smith, if he were able to return back to this race, which I don't think so, if I'm not mistaken, that is a left front wheel missing. Let's see if I can get that drone out there. Whoop, there it is.
It's not missing, but it sure is tucked up under there.
He's smushed up pretty good here. Right now, a couple of our guys trying to catch up to the field. They've got to hurry up. Yeah, all right. Adam up here in the number 10 Chevrolet. Adam Tevis here right now in the number 1 spot. Did not pit. I'm thinking he came down and may have done a splash of fuel and left back out, but I'm showing no pit counter from him. So that is going to kind of trip it up a little bit here.
Yeah, well, if he wasn't involved and he's got 8 laps on his tires, I think I would have just flown through too.
Yep. Well, everybody else may have been making a slight adjustment here. And we'll talk a little bit about how this is going, but let's get this one back underway to start lap number 9 out of 200 here, as we are back under green, already making some moves here. The number 5 of Jeremiah Nelson, he's already lost 2 here on the night, looking to see if he can gain at least one of them back here and get that 9th spot as he's trying to pick up a little more space. Right now, Jamison Middlemiss not looking to give up any positions here as he's already flying on the outside. Middlemiss is down on the bottom in the number 16. Both Chevrolets side by side as we head down the backstretch. 28 of Timmy Harper looking to sneak in there with his Ford, but unable to do so as that that Thunderbird has got to back off just a little bit. Stella, did you hear me almost fumble and say Firebird? Good Lord, we got no Pontiac.
Yeah, I don't know. By this point, Pontiac had already bowed out, hadn't they?
No, they had not kicked in. They had bowed out, and then they kicked back in later on in the 90s.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we right now are Ford, Chevy, and Buick out here tonight as we get these guys rocking and rolling here tonight. Man, still going already. Looking back out there in the chat, Chuck Fletcher out there was told you weren't on the air anymore. Glad you're back and still here. Yes, I am. Well, definitely from most controversy out there, it was a possibility of us shutting down the broadcast station, but too many people were asking for me to rejoin and come join their league instead. We, obviously, we obliged, and here we are. Right now, let's take a look at Dylan Picklesheimer sitting in the 88 Chevrolet. I'm going to like saying that name 100 times. With Ryan Patty sitting on the outside. Now, Patty is still leading this race, though. But remember, Tevis started in the first spot, has fallen down to 4th. Not too good here for Tevis, as he did not pit. So I'm wondering if a quick fuel stop for him may have been the wrong call. Early mark here, and he is going to be falling back. Whereas Sam Taylor in the number 3 Chevrolet is running his fastest time here of the night with a 42.33. That is the fastest time out here on the track. That is insane. Remember, I was saying guys weren't making it past the 43s, and now he's nudging the edge of the 42. Holy
In race.
Yeah,
Not
in
just
race. Right
qualifying.
now, Sam Taylor is flying out here. Check out some of these speeds as we pull this up. Taylor sitting at over 200 miles an hour through the turn. His fastest speed was a 233. Look at that. And that's one thing about the 87s is it is not required for any aerodynamics to be used with somebody else. This is right when they started adding restrictor plates here, Stella. Guys were complaining about having to hold the pedal all the way to the floor to make it through these turns as they, unfortunately, NASCAR was beginning to build a sort of a pack racing kind of sport here. Guys didn't like seeing driveaways, and that's exactly what you're seeing here, is now we are trying to clutch these guys together. No more runaway races like Richard Petty was enjoying, and Bobby Allison as well, and even Yarborough. Those guys were running away with the races. Now what we're going to do is we're going to clump them all together within about a 3-second mark and try to let them duke it out from there.
Yeah, I like the shape of these old cars. They're pretty neat. You see a couple of them on the road every now and then, these nice little land yachts.
Yeah, that we are. Right now I'm seeing if Jeremiah Nelson may have disconnected here. I think we may have a problem on the 5 Chevrolet. He was running up in the top 10 and just dropped out here. I don't know if he's going to be able to recover. Trying to see what we can get going on already. Jay out there is asking if the number 3 is the same Johnny Taylor. No. Mr. Sam Taylor, he's still rocking out here, doing an excellent job here. And I guarantee he may have had to pay a little more money to get that number 3. But Stella, I've got some guys up here battling for the lead. And Picklesheimer right now still in front of 14 positions here on the night. Getting a good run out front is, remember, Dalton Tucker, the number 1 car. He had been on a roll here. He's up 17 positions here on the night. His Ford keeps the charge going as he sits in second with the 30 of Ryan Patty close behind.
Yeah, I thought I saw Patty give Picklesheimer a nice little shove there to get him up and going. Looks like he is not afraid to trail.
Reaching the halfway point of lap number 15 here. Right now we are still seeing the top 3 guys starting to slow down a little bit. I'm interested to see Picklesheimer's confidence level here, riding close to that yellow line. It's very, very hard to see that as they're rolling on through, which he does now give up the lead as he does not rotate up the track. Not rotating up the track is unusual. That's what we're used to seeing in trucks and the next gens or Xfinities. But here in the 87s, this is old school. Especially like the track. You want to rotate up that track, get close to that wall, and use as much speed as possible that this car can provide. And I assure you, when we're reaching over that 750 horsepower mark, down to the floor, they're going to go and they're going to make it.
Yeah, I just watched Patty there come down off the yellow line onto the apron, and I could see just how much of a difference there is in the banking. And that looked scary.
Yeah. Picklesheimer loses not 1 but 2 positions there through the backstretch as Sam Taylor pops it way to the outside, already looking to continue on through. The number 10 machine, Adam Tevis, he is on the roll backwards. I'm not sure what's going on as we take a look at his car here. Might have some damage to the right front fender. That hood is curled up. Enjoy iRacing kicking it into overdrive to give us a little more detail on some cosmetic damage out there. That may be causing him some trouble here.
He just tagged that wall again, so he's trying to make some more improvements.
Yeah, there may be some trouble here. We'll take a ride along with Cody Height here, and we'll take a look and see how tough this turn is. You seeing how it's bumping there? See how it's kind of jerking him around?
Whee! Oh my!
So as fast as these cars are going here, this is impressive and extremely hard to hold. And now he's doing it at how fast? Yeah, 210 miles an hour and counting.
Yeah, they're saying that the 190 is still not out of the question, even with the restrictor plates nowadays.
Yeah, see that bump right there? Good Lord. That was one of the toughest bumps to overcome. Yeah, interesting to see that little red light there on the left. I don't know if he's maxing out there or if he's dealing with a water temp issue.
Do they do that? I mean...
Which part?
you have water temp and things in these cars?
Yes, water temp, oil temperature, the whole thing. So when you get wrecked up in the front, it's impossible to get any airflow to the front end of that car. So when they start kind of dropping down a little bit and you start blocking off the airflow, things start happening. Yes, and iRacing has thought that through.
I did not know that they had encompassed those features.
Yes. Just another little piece on top of the dynamic track heating that they came out with in the last update. It is definitely tripping up a lot of these guys out there who made setups for these cars and kind of shuffled around trying to figure out how they're going to do it. But Stella, let's talk a little bit about what's going on out here on the track. And I know, we got to it just, I would probably say a hair late from what we were doing here on this backside here. 200 laps is what we have tonight. Of course, it is a 100% fuel limit there in the car. Unlimited set of tires will be down in the pit. That is accurate for the 87 race. Is not a set amount. It was as many as the teams could afford.
I like it.
Of course, no fast repairs. So that's going to be a little tricky as well. Guys have got to keep an eye out for what's going on. All right, let's rotate up front where the lead has just been taken over here by Sam Taylor. Sam Taylor and Dalton Tucker, the guys are on a roll here. And look who is returning back to the top three, Bobby Wetzel. Wetzel returning back to it here, definitely kicking it into overdrive, trying to recover back. But he is back and coming back with a vengeance right now as him and Ryan Patty are going at it yet again. 30 machine right now of Ryan Patty not interested in giving up the high line here tonight. I love the angle.
I don't know. I'm sitting here biting my nails.
Yeah, these guys are definitely flossing and flying through this track as we sit along inside Ryan Patty's car. Let's get a little bit of a...
That's cool.
Yeah. Notice how the racing seats are not exactly what they used to be here.
Well, they are what they used to be. I mean, they don't have the big headrests on the side, full face helmets. I mean, that's like, yeah, that's old Dale Senior era.
All right, not too bad as Sam Taylor is trying to chase these guys along. Oof, there's bumps there. And that's one thing that ended up getting Richard Petty during the 1988 race as well. During the Budweiser shootout, it actually ended up loosening him up and actually picking up the rear end of the car and spinning him out. So definitely that's what you see is as bumpy as this track is, there's a way that the tires may or may not come unglued from the track and may start losing a little bit of traction. And I'm wondering if that's what we're going to deal with later on here in the run. Now, they did all pit back on lap number 6, so they've got a decent amount of time before they are going to need to take some tires. But guys who had it to the floor, fighting their way to the front, they are taking a few different lines here to see how they can stay out front before the fall-off actually starts to happen. Now, somebody who's been losing a good bit of positions here, Jeremiah Nelson, he's back in the garage. He is not going to return, and neither is Cody Smith here tonight. I'm looking to see if Tim Wortman and Nicholas Presley, it looks like they may return. I think Wortman was able to reconnect, and he's back on it here. But I don't think anything else is going to come of that. But Stella, Josh Conover in the 97 Ford here, nice little throwback to the Sharpie machine, right now is falling in behind the 28 here of Timmy Harper. And right now I think Harper is trying to figure out how to get away from the rest of this field.
Get away as in, I don't want to get in any wrecks, or get away as in, I don't like the smell of their exhaust?
Well, he's trying to get away. Maybe the amount of dirty air that he is suffering from. But I do want to make a correction. It was not Timmy Harper. It was Tyler, the talent out here right now in the 29. I thought that looked a little funny. I said, how in the world is that a 28? I don't see an 8 anywhere on there. But still fighting this one on through as we're going to ride shotgun now with the talent. Sitting in 12th. Not too bad on his night. He's only gained one position, though, but he's being rather conservative. I think he's kind of sitting back and letting the race come to him. Man, look how bumpy that track is. Yeah, just...
No. I'm envisioning the scene from Bullet, you know? If these guys are going any faster, they were going to get airborne off these bumps.
Oh, yeah. All righty, 25 laps through this one. Stella, are you ready? You got this one warmed up. You got your drink ready. You got any energy drinks pumped up for this one?
I got my drink.
All right. Well, normally the cars run really about that 48 to 49 second mark in the next-gen cars. We are right now running last laps of 43s. These guys are moving. I mean, these guys are flying through this track right now. And right now, at least the top 5, if not the top 6, have broken past the 44 mark, and we already see some fall off. Best time here by Ryan Patty was a 43 even. And last thing he ran was a 43.97. A little bit of fall off here, so he's having to fight it. Now, another driver, remember we talked about Sam Taylor, how he was falling back. His last lap time was sitting there at about a 43.99. Look at his fastest time. So Taylor in the number 3 Chevrolet, his best time was a 42.33. So he has fallen off by about 1.6 seconds compared to the leader, who's only fallen off by a second. So this is what I was talking about, is kind of being conservative on these tires and figuring out how to bring it back and not lose too much here in the race.
Who do we have coming back onto the field?
I believe Tim Wortman is returning back to the field here. Not too bad, but if there is a caution, he is going to, remember, he's going to start on the inside lane. So he'll be up there with the leaders and Nicholas Presley as well.
So 87, no, he said you would do that.
Yeah, no, I rolled that one. I was looking at Jeremiah Nelson, who's in the garage.
But we need to go back to our, pardon me, to our current times up at the top tower there. But no, it's always good to see these guys come back on the field. I appreciate them continuing to race, and it also helps their accident ratings. So the more clean laps you get, the better it is.
Yeah, definitely the incident limit does get counted here as guys have been marking it off. But this is the National Oval Racing Association big event. Right now they don't do this too often. They're getting ready to kick off a real-life racing season coming up here in just a moment, and we have signed on with them. Stella, that is going to be on Tuesdays as well. Pretty excited to be bringing that on, as they are their rules are a little bit different, a little more strict. I've got to admit, the way they count the tires, the way the 60% mark, and how they're stopping these guys from that race. And now, I mean, you want to talk about endurance. There isn't anybody here with any kind of cheap equipment, because they have definitely got to have the right stuff out here. As Tevis on to the bottom here, 10 Chevrolet. Unfortunately, this is the pass here for that 14th spot. Right now, all these guys got tangled up in that early caution trying to kick it on back. But really, I got to say, Stella, this is a lot of what you see is now it's almost looking like we've got some teammates, you know, sitting side by side with Conover out there. We have Guylas sitting out there in the number 6, it's sitting 16th in the 24 Buick. Right now, I'm wondering if guys are going to start clumping together and then try to make a run toward the front and really kind of command this field rather than sitting back and watching it come to them.
Yeah, this is a track where, you know, the not always being all for one, but every once in a while being one for all, works out better. I mean, we've seen it as the years have gone, that there's nothing wrong with drafting until that last lap.
Yeah, well, that last lap, I always say the gloves are off. I'm sure we'll see a pileup of probably 8 to 10 cars shooting it out there. But I've got to admit, Stella, I was watching them practice, and these guys, you know, not messing around, but they had a setup on these cars that they didn't have last year. They've been giving it a hell of a run here. They were trying to figure out the car. It was bouncing all around. They're having trouble trying to figure out a draft. If they could even bump draft, I highly don't recommend it. Even at Talladega, I don't bump draft with these cars, just because they're so unpredictable when you start nudging people. You know, the cars are strong enough on their own, as you see the number 16 making contact with the 88 of Picklesheimer. Right now, Picklesheimer, excellent job there, holding on to it as Jamison Middlemiss is trying to rattle his cage just a little bit and get it back underway. You see the 88 is let off, and that is making him fall back just a little bit as he's trying to catch back up to maybe get into the top 5. Picklesheimer has been on the march back here as of late, as the 88 Chevrolet is having a hard time. I don't know if he's fallen off a big a whole bunch of time. He has not been the fastest, though, here in the field. 42.81 is his best time, and that Chevrolet is definitely trying everything it can to get to the front. But let's check out Bobby Wetzel as he's making a pass for the lead here as Ryan Patty on the outside. Once again, staying true to that dotted white line on the outside, but the number 9 Buick is going to get a bottom side here, but end up top of the field.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass, textbook.
Yeah, excellent move there. Bobby Allison made that same move, definitely shooting into turn number 3 on the bottom, and that definitely they are able to pull it through and get on the roll. Bobby Wetzel with a fantastic pass here is going to go ahead and lead lap number 32. Moving on to 33 as he continues on down the backstretch. Hey, he's not really getting much headway as he's still within a tenth of a second over Ryan Patty.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's gone ahead and made a single file. I don't see anybody else out here that's still battling much in the way of side-by-side racing.
No, guys still tussling around out here. Want to give it to Pressey, who right now in the 14 Ford has moved up to 18th, and Wortman has finally passed Jeremiah Nelson, and now he holds the 19th position, but Wortman is down a boatload of laps here. I believe he's looking at about 20 laps he's got to make up here on this race. No lucky dogs. So
I was going to ask you, since we're dealing with all the older stuff, so no lucky dogs, no wave arounds, no stages?
No choose cone, no stages.
Okay.
Yeah, we keep it all authentic. To me, this is the best type of racing. We don't give it back. I would say probably the lucky dog is probably a good choice, but when you finally get that guy who won't stop winning the race, you want to keep him a lap down. But right now, Ryan Patty choosing the bottom side instead this time, sliding to the bottom. Right now, Dalton Tucker is watching this all unfold in front of him here, and he's enjoying it. Let's take a ride on top of Dalton Tucker's machine as this Ford is following behind a Buick and a Chevrolet. Right now, one of each manufacturer sitting here in podium positions as Dalton Tucker takes a look at that Sparco machine sitting in now second, as it looks like Bobby Wetzel is going to get the turn off the side, and down the backstretch these guys go. Right now, Wetzel, Tucker 1 and 2.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting a little help there from Tucker. I like it.
Oh, yeah, checking out there back in the chat. Jay definitely keeping it alive out there. Appreciate you, Chuck Fletcher. Haley joining alongside us out there. Appreciate the Strawberry out there. We are having a great race here with the 87s. And Stella, let me tell you, I've been waiting all day, if not all week, for this race. I learned about this race a couple weeks ago, and I did everything I could not to fire up my rig because I heard somebody was racing 87s. I said, ooh, now's my time. All right, let's take a look back here. William Britton in the 64 Ford. Jamison Middlemiss, once again, under fire. He's been here kind of shifting back and forth here during the race, whether he's passing or he's getting passed. Remember, the 16 and Middlemiss made contact there with Picklesheimer, and Picklesheimer, ooh, not a good turn for him as he has to check up a little bit. Looks like he almost ran into the back here of, good Lord, Dulich? I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to tear that one up 100 times.
The Dulich?
Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Okay. The Dulich. Okay, not itch. Okay.
Actually, it's the accents on the front, so he's really glad.
Oh, boy. Jay out there saying he never thought he'd see a Sparco on the back of a Buick. Hey, you've seen it now, my man. You've seen it now. All right, Forrest Thompson out there saying, let's go big. All right now I am trying to see, where is Dill?
Maybe that would be Pickle.
That would be funny.
No.
Dylan Pickle. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I got you. I'm working it. All right, let's get back up front where we do see, once again, still a battle here for the lead. Stella, at this point, if these guys can't sort this out, I don't know how that's going to happen. Remember, normally you see guys single file and they're able to drive away from the field. Instead, they're almost allowing the field to catch each other by continuing this battle. Ryan Patty scraping it off the wall here. I don't know if he's dealt with any damage here as we're looking at the number 30 here, staying to the outside. He's been pretty confident staying there, and I don't know if any issues are going to arise. Right now, that is a fantastic-looking machine. Oof. Looked like the bump got him there. You see him fighting the wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no damage to the right side of that car, but man, look how close he's getting. Oh, yeah, I guess he's going to figure out how much octanes in his fuel there. He gets any closer. Right now, fantastic race this has been so far. Ryan Patty, oh my gosh, starting third here in the race, remaining here in the top 3 even after his pit stop. But 11.23 seconds was his pit stop time. So I think we either took only fuel or we took only 2 tires and threw ourselves back out here. If he took only right sides, I would probably say that may be one of the best calls here of the race. Definitely want to freshen them up just a little bit as fast as these tires break down. Patty to the inside. Bobby Wetzel is going to be looking at his rear bumper once again as they shoot into turn number 1 at over 205 miles an hour. That is not a bad setup that these guys are racing here tonight, seeing that normally this same time during the 87, 88 race, these guys were doing no more than really about 190 into the turn. So these guys are really on a roll here tonight, and we've got somebody shooting off the track here.
Yes,
right now, that is Tevis.
Hold on to it. There you go. Nicely done. No harm, no foul, no caution.
Holy cow, that was close.
It'll just be the groundskeeper that'll be upset with you in the morning.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be happy. That's for dang sure. All right, let's see if we can actually kind of roll it back here. And I do want to take a look at what ended up happening to Tevis here and what got him out of shape as he came through this turn. I don't know if he broke way loose and he was just able to wasn't able to control or what happened here. Let's take a look over top. Ooh, nudge the wall. Ooh, man.
That'll do it. That will do it.
Holy cow.
Look at that. Look at I mean, he held it through the grass at that speed. Not bad.
Yeah, continuing on through. Excellent job here. Right now, that is going to bring them into pit, though. I think he's probably throwing in the towel, though, and saying that's enough. That's Tevis working his way out of pit now, and not only that, Gilas is working his way out as well. He is sitting down pit road, so 1 and 2 coming in on lap number 40. Patty Wetzel Tucker sitting 1, 2, and 3. Couts is sitting in 4th, and Sam Taylor is our 5th place driver as he's gained 15 here on the night, 42 laps in.
All right, yeah, I'm glad to see Gilas is still out there racing.
Yep. Well, speaking of somebody out there racing, I think right now Tim Wortman has got to be pretty careful as he's trying to shoot his way through, catching up to the guys who had just come down pit road. Right now, Gilas is trying to hold on to it here. Tevis is sitting right now in 16th as he's sitting here trying to get it, and it looks like Jamison Middlemiss working his way down. He'll be our next driver coming down into pit.
So do you think at this point they are coming down because they feel as though they've lost too much time on their tires, or are they getting a little drafty in the way of fuel?
I would probably say tires. I don't think fuel is going to be that big of an issue here tonight. They're definitely making it a tire game here. Seeing how loose most of these guys are getting, I think they're kind of throwing in the towel saying, hey man, I can't go much farther, because notice we've got guys coming down on lap 40 and maybe lap 41, 42 here, but our leaders are still out front, and they have been sucking down fuel. No help of the draft here, and they've still been on a roll, and it doesn't seem to be slowing them down at all, but we will definitely keep tabs if fuel is going to be an issue. Stella really seeing about 100% fuel on about a 22-gallon tank. They should be able to last pretty long here, but not as efficient as a next gen or an Xfinity car that we're used to seeing.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, these guys may be using about 2 to 3 tenths per lap trying to saw this away. Right now we are still holding on 2 more laps through, and there'll be 40 laps out there on the track. A couple guys have taken an extended amount of time. Josh Conover with a 1 minute when he came down pit, and Timmy Harper, he came down pit. Both of these guys back on lap 6 for an extended amount of time to get these cars fixed up. And William Britt was another one with 1.5 minutes sitting down pit road. He's gained 9 here on the night, returning to the 7th position. And so far, this is not bad. But right now, hey, check that out. John DeTalent, he's out there. So far, he's saying everyone a little more luck to Tyler out there. Tyler right now is doing a fantastic job. So far, he's sitting in 11th, but we're watching the 32 now. He's shooting his way down pit road. These are our leaders, Bobby Wetzel, Ryan Patty, and Everett Couts. Right now, Couts is sitting very close. Man, he was trying to make sure he kept up with them in the pit. And Nicholas Pressey in the is sitting in 18th. He's coming on back down. Last pit stop he was down here for 9.5 minutes. So I'm sure he's hoping for this one to be a lot faster than last time.
Yes.
Yeah, right now they are going to be heartbroken. A caution comes out on the most of everybody. Your light is going to be ruined unless the rest of those guys do come into pit.
Is that a Summit car that's coming into pit right now? As in Summit Racing? Almost looks like a logo.
Did you see what car number?
What, bright blue with the red on top? No. That one.
Oh, no. That boy's blank.
What's on top?
His number?
His roof. Really? That's just the one?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Come on, rookie.
I'll tell you from right here, it looks a lot like the Summit Racing logo.
I got you. Sam Taylor not doing too much paint scheme here as when you buy the Chevy Monte Carlo. This is the default paint they give you and the default number. Fantastic here.
Excellent.
As right now, Sam Taylor, William Britton, Picklesheimer, we're watching these guys come into pit. Oh, Britton, hold on to it.
I am not sure he made it on the right-hand side of that cone. So he may end up with a little and missed his pit box.
Come on, there you go.
He wanted to share.
Yeah, trying to hold on to it there. So William Britton down pit road now. All right, the only driver who is yet to pit is Joe McAdory. I haven't talked about him at all. Right now, the 12 Buick, he's up in the lead setting here. Remember, I said he's the only one yet to pit here so far, as this may be coming to an end as he's working his way down pit now. And we'll see if see how he does here as he shoot down to the bottom right of our screen here. Come on, Joe. There you are.
Okay.
Yeah, right now Joe's working his way on down. That is the distance everybody else, so he has to have an extremely fast pit stop. The reason McAdory was able to come down pit road a little bit later, he pit one lap later than everybody else. He came in on lap 7 for a top and go, and back out he goes.
Fair enough.
So a lot of guys you'll see slide through these pit boxes as the tires wear down. There's no grip left, so they're super hot, getting over, that 250, 260 mark out there. The point of melting, when you go to brake, there's nothing to stop. And that's kind of them sliding over. All right, check that out. Timmy Ray. We haven't seen Timmy Ray in a long, long time. Appreciate you joining us back here at SimTraX Broadcasting. We are bringing the Daytona 500 to you here at the National Oval Racing Association.
wow.
We were watching somebody breaking loose. I was trying to click over as fast as absolutely possible, as that was Tyler the Talent in the number 10. Holy cow, howdy. Hold on to that.
Both of them, they did that. That was beautiful. And held on to it, didn't wreck anybody else. We got to do a quick replay on that one.
Yeah, we'll have to rewind that just a little bit here and figure out how in the world that happened as they kind of unfolded through that turn. I'm not sure how that all began. Right now, it looks like he may have dropped off the table. And not only that, but contact was made. Stella, let's take a look. Over top, I believe that is the 97 of Khan over here. Oh,
that's not, nope.
Was that net code?
You bet your bottom dollar.
It looks like he's loose. I don't think no contact was made, but you can see the front end of the car was bumping. So those may be the bumps in the track. No contact was made. Conover, I think, goes up and scrapes the wall to get out of there.
I don't blame him.
Wow.
Okay. I thought that he got close and iRacing took a little bit of advantage of him, but I just think he got loose on his own.
Yep. All right, Ryan Patty out front, not by much. Dalton Tucker's keeping it close. Bobby Wetzel sitting third. Not too bad here. Dalton Tucker is taking a look, though. Right now, we're sitting shotgun with him.
We we still have the top 16 on the lead lap.
Yes, we do. Britain did end up a lap down, though, unfortunately, the 64 Ford. 1 minute in the box. Penalty for William Britton, sitting now 17th. McAdory, he stayed out just a little bit longer, but unfortunately that's going to leave him about 11 and a half, almost 12 seconds off pace here down at the bottom. Look at this.
So close, yes.
Yeah, right now, Dalton Tucker starting to shoot it on by here.
I have to know if these guys have those motion seats and motion steering wheels and everything. You know, when we get to post-race interviews, ooh, nice pass. I'd love to ask them if this race beat them to death.
Yeah, well, it definitely, even if it's not a seat or anything, the force feedback, your arms are smoked. It's extremely hard. Some NASCAR drivers actually used to put their hands at the 9 and 11 position as they would turn. Because keeping it on the right side, let's say at the 3 or 4 position, their arm would burn out, and they couldn't hold their arm up that high as they were having to turn.
Oh my heavens.
So they would put both hands on the left side and lead it in, and all you would do is control the bouncing from there.
Jeez, I had to do that once when I sheared off a pulley on my power steering unit and had to turn my car. It said, no, I'd like to go straight. And I said, no, we really need to go left.
So you look like Lou Ferrigno by the time you got out of the car, huh?
Really, I would hate to do that on a regular basis or for hours at a time.
Yeah. Well, with the speeds these guys are going, notice the separation most of these guys have over the rest of the field. Pretty much a good, decent clump. Right now, 1, 2, and 3 are within 0.2 of a second of each other. We reach back here to Cody Height. He is leading a second little chunk there with Matthew George. And then we reach all the way back to Couts, who's got his own buddy back here, Sam Taylor. So I'm waiting to see if everybody kind of clumps it together. But unfortunately, when we have somebody, you know, can Timmy Harper reach up there and grab him here? I mean, I don't know. Seeing he is really stuck in the middle before we reach back to Josh Conover and Dylan Picklesheimer.
Yeah, full second behind, you are out of the bubble.
Yeah, well, any kind of drafting that they would be able to take advantage of. It doesn't look like any of that's going to happen. But they've been definitely making some turns here, trying to make something of it. But Stella, we are so early into this race. We've only made it about a quarter of the way through, and we've seen a lot of guys kind of shooting back and forth here. We're getting guys getting the feel of the track, but now with the separation, how do they overcome this? How do they pick up some sort of speed and say, okay, I'm going to make it back? Now, don't get me wrong. You've got Tim Wortman. He's close. I appreciate him coming back out here. But Nicholas Pressey, I hate seeing him kind of check out back on lap 30. Wortman's still out here. He's still trying to rock around, but man, he's trying to hold on to it here in that 83, so he may be able to contend later on, but it will require a boatload of cautions. William Britton only down by a lap here. He may be able to come back, but no lucky dogs. It will require almost a double caution, and him actually finishing the lap in front of the driver, in front of the leaders, for him to get back onto the lead lap. So this is brutal.
Yeah, you can't hang out back there just saying, okay, just wait for a caution. But I think at this point, some of these guys that are, 6, 12 seconds behind, they are going to have to pray for a caution.
Yeah, and you hate to see it, though. You really want to see these guys be able to kick it on back and kind of reel it back in. But we've already started to see some of these guys are clumping it back together. Sam Taylor already bringing kind of up the rear here of the 7th position, and now going to clump the front 7 together. And still Timmy Harper's caught out there almost all by himself until Conover or Picklesheimer might be able to pick him up, but they've got a long way to go before they can even catch him. They're almost 5 seconds off, or 3.5 seconds before they can even catch Timmy Harper here.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. I mean, as far as how to... No, actually, your guess would be better than mine as to how he would accomplish getting out of the neutral zone.
Riding along here with Everett Couts, sitting up front. So far, so good. 32 Buick, man, he's really wrangling that thing up. red light is on in his as well. If I were to guess, that may be a shift light. It's maxing out on the RPMs. Boy, look at him having to fight this car as he slides underneath Matthew George here, sending George back to his original starting position here on the night.
Yeah, you viewers out there, you have to let me know. Do you lean when he shows you that camera angle? I watch and I'll tell you, I tend to lean a little bit. It's just unavoidable.
Yeah. Taking a look at it here. Right now, a couple of guys are trying to figure out what they're going to do and how they're going to finish completing this race. I see out there in the chat, Timmy's got a good idea out there. He says, tell the guy how he can catch Stellars to lower the air pressure on the tire to catch up with the car. It might be an idea. I would probably beg to differ that you would actually want to raise the tire pressure. That way, yes, you would have less rotating mass, lowering the tire pressure, but we would have more tire making contact with the racetrack. So actually maybe raising it a little bit would increase your fuel mileage and you'd be able to pick up speed and have less tire making contact. Would it give you some traction problems? 110% it would, but you know, in hopes of gaining 3 to 4 miles an hour by, let's say, raising the pressure about 5 pounds, there's something you could definitely toy around with and try to see if you can pick up the pace. Now, Stella, when these 87s get to these super speedways, braking sometimes is required. And the smart drivers, which you'll see later on here in the race, will actually start using the brake to make the turns. Whoa, is Ryan Petty's going to try to use the tires here as he's trying to hold on to it. Still maintains, excellent job, drops down to 7th. He's going to bring up the rear here and try to run them back down. But we saw guys slipping earlier here in the run, but as the track temperature is beginning to change, guys are starting to notice this track is really starting to slicken up on them.
Yeah, that's I'm really impressed. We do several leagues and we watch other ones where an error like that, a misstep, would cause cautions. They'd come back, slide back up on the track and take people out. Other ones would go barreling through, because why not? I'm very impressed with the skill that we're watching out here tonight. This is the first time I've seen NORA, and I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more of them.
Yep, that is Conover coming loose here.
No.
And it looks like we might have a right front broken tie rod in.
Oh. He does appear to be limping a little bit.
There it is.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So that may do it for Josh Conover here for the remainder here of his night.
How
he's
is
noticing
he still driving?
Well, for now. I have seen the wheel break off here, and he's got to be careful. So right now you see him ducking down toward the bottom here to go ahead and let the other drivers come back. I don't know.
Yeah, communication, guys. Let him not run into you.
Yeah, we'll kind of see if I can float back and figure out what happened to Conover here as he kind of broke apart. I'm not sure what broke apart, as we are now under caution. See if I can find what happened here. This is Conover. Oof. I think 88 gave him a little bit of a nudge here. Let me sit back. Or to take the air off the rear. This may have been a Richard Petty move. Yep, right there. Oh, it took the air off the back of the bumper.
Boing. Wow.
Wrecked his car.
Just a bit. Just a bit. Richard Petty, though, I'll tell you, he is the one. They have all the, Dale Earnhardt stuff, but Richard Petty is the winningest driver at Daytona.
How many does he have? 7?
He has 7 500 wins, but he's got 10 wins overall. But he also holds the most starts, the most top 5s, the most top 10s, and top 20s.
Dang.
So even when he didn't win, he was a contender.
All right, let's take a look here. Jamison Middlemiss seems to be in the tangle up with this one. This one may be exactly the same. Air came off. Oh, no.
Ay, ay, ay.
Guileless gets underneath of him here. Middle Miss ends up upside, wrecked out here.
Yeah, you see little chunks flying. That's not good news.
No, it is not. Holy cow. Let's see if we can take another look here. What happened to the 54?
I don't know. Too many moving parts.
What happened to the 54? That didn't make any sense. Hold on. Let's roll that back. I want to take a look at the 54. Did he nudge the wall? As we try to get your instant replay here. 54 contacts the wall, and he's sliding out of control.
Yes. Oh, he said, don't hit me, don't hit me. Don't. Yep, he hit me.
Wow.
Well, he might have just got binged up on the corners. Kind of round, smooth out that big old
Alrighty, as we are under caution here. On lap 62 is when we went under caution. Guys are still trying to piece their cars back together. And we'll see how this kind of unfolds here. Some of these other guys are trying to get some of that damage fixed here, Stella. Right now I'm seeing Gilas, Middle Miss, McAdory, Josh Conover, Tevis, the number 10 Chevrolet, Timmy Harper, Picklesheimer. He's down pit road for an extended amount of time, at least a minute now. Yeah, I believe...
Christopher Heights out there.
Glad Ulick?
He got stuck at work.
Glad Ulick? Lick. Yeah. Glad Ulick. Good Lord.
Yeah, he says got stuck at work late and can't defend last year's win. Oh, bummer.
Oh, I thought somebody was saying that they should have wrecked him.
Who?
I think out in the chat, the guys were kind of talking, talking amongst themselves here they were, if he made it out onto the track, to go ahead and put him into the wall. That way, everybody else had a chance.
Oh no, that's not cool.
'Cause I think they said he blew the rest of the field away, and not even by a little bit.
I don't see that in the chat, but I believe you. All right, we got some guys just squeaking it out right before the pace car.
Yep.
Looks good.
Let's see what they got going on here.
All right.
Let's see.
Christopher Height working on he may neither confirm nor deny his bump and run to win the duels last week.
Yeah. Double checking and making sure all of our paints are correct out here. Remember, our guys who are laps down will start on the inside line.
Okay.
So you'll see the 83 machine of Tim Wortman, and William Britton will be out there.
Starts on the inside line, but up in the front row.
Yes.
Okay, homie, I'm confused.
Whoa. See William Britton's paint? That thing changed. That's going to switch up, Stella. Let's go ahead and blast this one away.
Yeah, thanks.
We are back under green here. Fantastic run is now what you're getting ready to see is finally lapped cars here are now in the front. and drivers are now going to have to figure out how to pass the lap cars, as the lap cars are trying to pass the leaders to get back onto the lead lap. So this is really going to tussle it up here, as Couts out in front in the number 32 Buick, as Cody Heights 94 Ford trying to make up a little bit of ground. Fresh tires and fuel for 90% of our field out here. Moore had to suffer some damage repair here in the back. Staying out front, Cody Height is finally getting his chance. Whoa! 32 Everett here. Counts trying to make a little bit of room for himself. Everybody obliging and definitely taking a note here, moving to the side, trying to get out of there. Looks like Karina out there is saying, go Cody Height. Right now, a perfect birthday gift to himself. Height in the 94 Ford still on a charge here. Up 3 here on the night, still continuing his roll.
Superb, and I will do you a tremendous favor and sing happy birthday to you.
Oh yeah, Cody Height still rocking out here, definitely keeping a fast pace as we are taking a ride along with the leader looking back. Right now he is about to get passed here by Everett Couts, and Couts taking another look. Couts made a huge move out in front, and Cody Heights now having to play chase.
Yeah, I was looking, the talent was in a lavender car. This must be another one that's decided to have his pit crew do a little double take on me. Number 29? Where'd he go?
29 of the talent?
Yeah.
The talent's down here sitting 7th.
I know. Show me.
Yeah. Oh, you're looking for a camera angle?
We had that, and he was in a lavender car. Now
Yeah.
he's in a red one.
No,
Okay.
no longer. I was asked
it.
to double check our paints, and our paints were incorrect, and we are now correct.
Okay.
I was unsure.
Okay.
We don't normally run the 87s.
Right. Well, I just think they did a little double time while they were in pit box.
Yeah. Great card designs. There we go.
Blended.
Excellent job here by these guys out there on the track. I'm waiting to see. I'm wondering if we got anybody out there talking amongst themselves here. Let's see if we can trip these guys up a little bit.
35.
See if we can get a little radio chatter out there on the track.
So we're an hour in. The race, like I said, total when we hit grid was 2:34.
Yeah, I'm looking at my overlays on estimated time completion, I guess.
All right, looks like they're trying to figure out how they're going to make it here to the end of the race. Definitely making some different shuffling up here of what they've got going on out there on the track. They're trying to figure out how they're going to squeeze it together. 71 laps into this one. This one's not too bad, as the talent is sitting there trying to figure out where he's going to place here in this race. As it looks like a driver passes him from underneath. Looks like, good Lord. Sam Taylor, nice paint here. Boy, as soon as we get this thing squared away, these cars are looking fantastic out here. And check that out, Stella.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Wheels.
Sam Taylor no longer in that blue and yellow car that we were making fun of him for. We are now in the gold Goodwrench car.
Hey, what's this wee, Kimasabi?
Ah, I knew I messed up. Check this out. Not bad.
No. It's gold chrome. Oh my heavens, yes. So you need to smack your producer.
Yeah, we'll definitely slap him around a little bit. Look at this. Man, these paints are fantastic.
Yes.
All right. Oh, well, at least we can say Jameson Middlemiss was able to return back after getting spun out. And look who's right behind him.
Yeah.
The
24.
the 24 that
Right.
actually ended up underneath the rear end of that car.
Oh, he was.
Yeah. So they've got to be careful, because remember, they don't want to get broken loose here. And look, I think that is Conover there toward the top.
Ooh, we are pushing. I like it. We are racing now, getting all in amongst one another.
Right, but we're also fighting lapped cars shuffling through the field here. So they are falling down to the back as the rest of these guys are pushing through them. So not bad here. Rotating our way back up to the front is Nick Geilis here, sitting in 10th. Rotating out front, Matthew George. Let's see where he is, sitting 6th right now. And now he's got to be feeling pretty confident. At least he's back where he started this race. Bobby Wetzel is out in front. I think Patty's going to think about making another shot at it. Patty is saying out there rocking with a different paint. Good Lord. Yeah, Kellogg's the cornflakes machine trying to reel him in here. Oh, yeah, give him a nudge right before he gets into the turn. That'll loosen him up a little bit. Uh-oh, caution. Caution, middle miss.
Someone else is sitting down there, too.
Picklesheimer got tangled up. Looks like Sam Taylor. Oh, boy, that looks like it's banged up.
Oh, and we just looked at that beautiful paint job.
Yeah, we're waiting to see if Sam Taylor is able to recover. He either towed or we're already in the
garage.
In the garage here. Wow. Lap 75 of this one. So we come back under caution. Oh boy. Yeah, let me see if we can find out how this happened. I think Picklesheimer may have been in first. Let's take a look. Here's the 88 to the outside. Oof. Shot to the wall.
Wonk. Ah.
Yeah, Sam never
And
saw
one,
it coming.
2, 3. Nope. Nope. Just.
Oh, Sam could have saved it. Could have saved it by.
Yeesh. Yep. Here's one running
Oh,
down.
and he hits the
in
tires.
reverse. Not the barrel awards.
No. Holy cow.
Yeah, that was painful for everyone. I don't know if. Aw, don't be saying that, announcer curse. That's terrible. I'll never want to mention anybody again.
I just wonder what caused all this. I mean, we see him hitting the wall here. Boom.
But now, did the fella in the front that hit the wall, did he get to keep going?
I believe he made it.
And only these 3. Oh.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was William Britton that hit the wall.
Wow.
Check out that Mitchell Coffin here. See what they got. Yep, William Britton right there. Clink into the wall. 88 to Picklesheimer gets into him. And it's the 16. That's the 16 and middle miss here. Middle miss. Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, he's locked him up. Now go for it. Now go back. Ah.
Well, at least they were able to kind of slow it down just a little bit there. They were trying to piece this back together. Good Lord. Sell it. We see him spinning out here.
Second time I have heard that. Peace, love, and bacon in one evening. Am I on the outside of a joke?
No, I think just everybody loves bacon.
Okay. Kind of with that, oh, you got a scratch. Rub some bacon on it. Oh, my feelings are hurt. Rub some bacon on it. That kind of thing?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's William Britton out there. And he says, I caused that car. Yeah, the car was fine, but yeah, he put it on the trailer. So I think William Britton is now taking it back to the garage. Yeah, Stella, we got a boatload of people now starting to check out a little bit here.
Yeah, we do. We did have 16 on the lead lap. Now we have 15 in the race.
Yeah. 14 should be on the lead lap. 15, the 15th driver of Josh Conover, I believe, is down a lap. Or 2. Yeah, I think Conover's down a couple here.
It only shows 1 on the tower.
Unless he's chugging back here. He may, yeah, that's what it is. This is him actually trying to chug back. Because he was way behind. Yeah, he just spent another minute 46 down pit road. Trying to fix that race car. And really, honestly, not a bad job.
Look at that. Just the bouncing is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can still see the damage there on that right front fender.
Yeah, looks like a ruffled potato chip.
The talent out there is saying everything's better with bacon.
Ah, there you go.
Now, Stella, here's a question for you that'll really stump you. That I don't know if maybe the viewers can even help me. That when you were in this situation, like right now where Conover is, can he come down pit and that is technically not passing under the caution? He should be able to come down pit, like if he wanted to come down one more time.
Really?
Well, he should be. Because if you think about it right now, Conover has to let Ryan Patty get across the line first, then he's allowed to go.
Ah, okay.
So we'll see how this goes. Stella, we are back under green here for the Daytona 500. 78 laps into this one, and we are 200 laps is what is the number we're looking for here all the way to the end. Look at Conover getting close up there to Bobby Wetzel. Wetzel definitely holding it on tight, though. And I've got to admit, Stella, I think I've seen Bobby Wetzel before in a different league.
Oh, really? Excellent. We'll have to talk to him if he lands in the podium.
Yeah, we'll definitely see if Bobby Wetzel finishes. If it was either Bobby or I had a Brandon Wetzel, I think over at the Coast to Coast Racing League. I don't know, same, looks like the same spelling here, so I would probably say possible relation here.
Dear.
But Bobby Wetzel getting ready to be in a relation with the grass as he holds on to it there. And not only that, but the 30 of Ryan Patty is drifting heading into 1. And these guys are still holding on to it. Fresh tires on lap 75, and they are definitely starting to shave off the percentages now as they continue this roll. Fast, fast, fast is what we're seeing once again as the drivers are getting up around 212 miles an hour and look like no signs of even slowing down. Look at the number 30 contacting that paint. He's having some trouble sitting right behind Conover. Conover trying to get his lap back here as he gets just a nudge out front, and he would have it if we were going under caution.
Oh my, yeah, I think Patty was trying to give him a little push there, just to see, because if he can draft behind oh no, that's, oh, this looks like a Talladega big one.
Yep, that's what it is. Good Lord, yeah, I saw that second pop there. Matthew George is the one way down there into the wall. Conover, Matthew George got caught up. Bobby Wetzel. All right, go ahead and say it, Jay. Commentator's curse. That one might have been.
No. Well, okay, then. You're the commentator. I'm the sidekick. That'll do.
Look at the amount of damage to the front of this guy's car.
There is no fun of that guy's car. The only thing that, yeah, he's the hood had flown off.
Conover blown to bits here, and he was just getting that car straightened out.
Yep, just about to get back on the lead lap, and now he looks like a ball of tinfoil.
Yeah, not what we want to see, but it happens. It happens. We're going to see if we can get another picture from over top here, Stella, and let's take a look. See Conover up front. Oh, my God. See him loosen up again.
Yes. Oh, yes. Checks out. Oh, no. Yep.
Yeah, the 16 drives through the 8 there.
Yep, sure did. Looks like he did put his bumper back on,
Wait,
but
Did you see? Did you see Tevis? Did you see that thing slide to the side? What even caused that? What even caused that? Look at the 10 here. Checks up, checks up. Ready?
Oh.
Clink. Into the wall.
Yep. Okay, he's good. little exchange paint with the wall, but
Yeah, I think Cody Height got caught up too. Yeah, that was a huge wreck. This was a huge wreck.
yeah, Jay has it though. Cautions breed cautions. I've heard that one before.
Yeah, right now we're looking at 94 Height. I think he. Oh no!
Oh
Boom!
no!
Yep, I was wondering if the 94 was going to come out of this unscathed. And
Yeah,
that's going
Nine
to.
lost the bumper on that one.
Yeah, this is going to bend up the frame on this one.
Oh. Oh, heavens. He's like one of those dogs in the dog show that the tires, the wheel feet don't quite line up, you know, as they're walking along. One's in the middle and two's on the outside. Yeesh.
Wow.
So Timmy Ray has a question for you. He
He's
says, can a
asking.
driver
Go ahead.
run without a bumper on the car?
Yes. Yes, they can.
Okay. So he doesn't get like one of those meatball flags that says you have to come in and fix this?
Nope.
All right.
Nope. It will slow you down. I mean, to the point of not wanting to even be on the track. I mean, you'll have max speed maybe of about 160 is what you'll see out there, rather than compared to the 210 that they're running. You'll almost be a hazard out there. Forrest Thompson is saying, not my pickle.
And I'm thinking to Jay, I think we need the 200-mile-an-hour duct tape.
Not my pickle.
All right, so 4 cautions in a matter of 80 laps. We've got 120 to go.
Yeah.
Will we pick up or will we fall down?
Well, this is not going, I think, the way everybody had hoped it would. We're still dealing with a few mismatched cautions here. I'm interested to see the amount of lapped cars that got to fight their way to the front. I've got to admit, these cars blow into a million pieces, but they put themselves back together quite nicely. Yeah, you see them tearing around the track trying to catch up. I believe the pace car lights are off. And
Better tear faster.
yeah. Yeah, right now Conover is sitting still down in pits.
Thanks, Carrie Ann. She liked my dog analogy.
Man, oh man. Alright, well, it looks like Forrest's Pickle is going to be sitting in 13th. So I'm going to have a little work to do to get back up to the front here.
Okay.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. 2 minutes of pace lap. You would think you'd be able to get plenty of stuff fixed down in pit road here. But look who's out in front. Nick Gillis. Not bad.
I'm going to say 24.
Yeah, Joe McAdory working his way on down. Looked like everybody got caught sleeping on that restart.
I was going to say, he got a nice jump.
Yeah, holy cow. Timmy Harper sits second. He's up 12 on the night. Ryan Patty still remaining top 3.
Nice.
Yeah, continuing on this roll here. Fantastic job. Matthew George, remember we saw him spinning out in the 8. He remains 4th place. Everett Counts He's sitting in 5th. God, tell me it's like Gladulic.
No, Gladulic.
Gladulic? Man!
Accents on the glad.
Yeah. Well,
I
you're
wondered
saying
why
it's
you stopped.
you're saying it's Tevis here, but the guys are joking around calling TVs.
Well, they call Britain Red Coat, so what's this?
Ah, here we go.
I'm not going there.
Oh my gosh. Alrighty. 85 laps into this one. Drivers up over 210 miles an hour, even starting the backstretch here. Coming down the backstretch, still single file, plenty wide enough for them to do it, seeing that backstretch is about 40 feet wide. They'll be able to go ahead and battle it out. Rough track around the turns, that's what you're seeing a lot here of tonight. But oddly enough, the guys that are having the most trouble is from air leaving the rear end of these cars. Drafting is not recommended. For sure, as you can see, a couple of guys have been spun out here tonight, and I would say it didn't look like anything was contacted. Guys not getting smashed up here, but it's still excellent job here. Stella, this is looking pretty good here, and I'm interested to see if Cody Height, if Picklesheimer, or Bobby Wetzel, who's right now running the fastest laps out there on the track right now. The number 9 is returning back to fight it out.
I am glad. I'd love to see people continue on.
Yeah, not too bad here, especially what we've been given. A legacy track, a legacy car. Guys not used to driving this car that much, but still doing a fantastic job. They're a little weird there out there on the force feedback. Guys pushing around, not knowing how it's supposed to make these turns. Yeah, it's still excellent here. So, honestly, Stella, really, as we come up on the halfway mark here of this race, it's not bad to see the 4th annual NORA 1987 Daytona 500 really kind of unfolding here, and these guys doing a great job racing it out.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. We've seen some hellacious wrecks, and we've also seen some great saves.
Yeah, Wetzel continuing his run here, now up to 8th. Right now he's slowly chopping them off as he goes. 1:45 down pit road, and he's still working it here. Rotates up and makes contact with Dalton Tucker, but Tucker goes ahead and squirts out of there like a watermelon seed, trying to figure out how to shoot down the backstretch. Dalton Tucker, here he comes right now to the inside of number 10 of Adam Tevis. Tevis is looking to get on through, and Stella, good Lord, go ahead and tell me he's getting ready to pass the 54 of Jacob. Come on. Gladulic. Good Lord, I'm trying my best here. Let's keep this rolling here already. Jay's out there. He's just now joining iRacing, starting to get the hang of the racing out there on the iRacing circuit. Guys, if you're thinking about doing it, and these guys are definitely looking to even pick up racers out here, definitely check out NORA or even in the NSR League that I broadcast as well. I know a couple of guys who are out there looking to race for money. You can join up on the big show, but I think somebody's looking to join out there on the landscape as Jamison Middle Miss. Woo! Got a little loose there. Slides to the inside, but looks like he saves it there. I was having trouble figuring out who it was. Conover still remains down pit road. Cody Height is as well. Yeah, the 94 machine looks like he's still having to get some repairs down here, which is unfortunate. Remember, he got smacked in the left side there as everybody shoots past him at 215 miles an hour. An excellent spot. And a nudge here to Ryan Patty as Gilas shoots on by. Guileless. Unbelievable.
Yes.
No. They're going to get smacked around here about 10 more times. As lap 90 is underway, halfway through, side by side here for the lead. 28 of Timmy Harper here, looking like he's going to see where he wants to place his car as he sits behind the Pepsi machine. Check out how loose his car is getting. Contact there on the back. Everett Couch sitting right behind him. Look in the rearview mirror. Couch now to the outside. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's a lot happening out here on the track, Stellars. We are now 2 by 2 for the front 2 rows.
I love it. I love it. Give me more.
All right, well, we're not going to get any more out of Cody Height as Chris Full send out there. is reporting that Cody Height is retiring from the event. His car was down too many horsepower out there, so he is unable to return back to the track. I don't think we'll have to see if he takes it back to the garage or if he's going to come back at least try to race with these guys, maybe cause a little trouble out there on the track. Dalton Tucker sliding up to third and Everett Couch started getting up to fourth as it looks like Guileless is falling down back to fifth. They're saying if you qualified fifth, you better stay fifth, and that's exactly what his Buick's going to do. Race still being led by Chevy here. Two Fords are chasing him, though, trying to see if they can run him down. But no can do, as it looks like this race is starting to kind of stall out a little bit. Guys just trying to tick off a few of these laps, and they'll start passing here in just a little bit.
Yeah, because we're coming up on the halfway point. So I'm expecting some, not just car fatigue from all the bumps and nicks and bounces, but I'm expecting some driver fatigue too.
Alrighty, somebody who doesn't suffer from driver fatigue out there in the chat, Douglas Ross. Appreciate you joining us, buddy. Definitely, we are out here with the National Oval Racing Association. Definitely, these guys do a fantastic job. This is our debut race here with this league, as we are actually kicking it off. Not only is the debut race with this league, but we're not even going to be in these cars in the next week or so. So these guys are going to go ahead and they're duking it out to knock the cobwebs off in one of the toughest vehicles to drive on the circuit and on the iRacing service, the 1987s, as we are watching Ryan Patty show you exactly why, as he goes up, nudges the wall a little bit. Guess he wanted to clear that right front fender. The lead was just not good enough for him. So Patty down to fourth, and it looks like Guileless may go ahead and get him here as he falls down to possibly fifth here. Guileless looking to make a shot, and Patty saying absolutely not. He's been hanging topside. Let's get back to it topside as Dalton Tucker now drops down to third, and now everybody's chasing Timmy Harper, who's now gathered the lead in the 28 Ford.
Yeah, this is looking good. We're moving around. We're still saying, all right, maybe I can get by. But I think a lot of them are going, let's just keep going in the north-south direction.
Yeah, they're trying their best here.
We're in trouble.
Yeah, they're trying their best here, trying to hold on to it. But as we get going, Dalton Tucker's loose. Wow.
And
yeah, Dalton Tucker loses a boatload of positions here. See if we can find out what happened to Dalton Tucker here. Definitely don't like how it kind of went over. He was shuffled out. We'll see kind of what happened here from the top side. Let's get a little closer. There we go. What happens to the one here? Oh, take the air off the back.
wow.
Well, Ryan Patty's been watching this happen 90% of the race. Doesn't even have to touch him. So you can say that is not net code. That was close enough. Wow. Well, Ryan Patty looks like he's going to be having a little bit of a waddle here as he's got, as that definitely a car breaks loose in front of him here, and he's going to go ahead and continue on through. Patty still in the top three here most of the night. This has been fantastic as he gathers the lead. Timmy Harper checking out as he stays on the bottom.
Yeah, on the bottom or on the top tonight doesn't seem to me at least, to be making that much of a difference. They're either holding it where they are or they're losing it where they are. I'm not seeing an actual preferred line.
No, not at all. As it looks like, I believe, checking out there on race, yes, Josh Conover has returned back.
All right.
Once again. Chest puffed out now as he's going to be down definitely about 13 laps, if I'm not mistaken, but we're still putting some laps down. I love it. Definitely
Yes.
Don't give up. As you can see right now, Dylan Picklesheimer trying to find his way through. Picklesheimer trying to see where he is. See as we sit in the 88 Chevrolet once again. Somebody following Guileless here. That Pepsi machine definitely seems to be in everybody's windshield. That's one of those things here, Stella, is the 87s, you got to have your head on a swivel. These cars are everywhere. They're sliding all over the track. They're trying to figure out how to get through there. Man, that bump right there, that's death. As you can see, we already got guys sliding around. Let's ride through the wreck.
Nice.
Yes, if I am not mistaken, that was Wetzel.
Haviland. In the Haviland car?
No, it should be the number 9.
Ah.
Yep. Yeah, and there's no Haviland out here. That'd be Davey Allison.
The dark car. Yeah, he went sliding past him real fast.
Uh-huh. Do we have a battle for the lead? Nope. Looks like Ryan Patty's gone ahead and checked out. Looks like Tevis. Look at that. I mean, what I want to point out most of the time here is we've got guys who have been in the wrecks out here, and they're returning back to the fight here in the top 5. I mean, this just blows my mind. Right now, yeah, Guileless returning back to this. Remember, he had front end damage from running underneath middle miss. I mean, this is just continuing on. Wetzel, he ended up getting smashed up here. He's back out. Matthew George, remember we saw that number 8 sliding to the inside. He's all in one piece. Picklesheimer, he was destroyed there a little bit. Dalton Tucker, he just suffered a little bit of damage out there.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. These guys getting a little chippy right now as Bobby Wetzel not real happy about kind of banging around here in the back. He wants back up toward the front, but we are still battling here for the lead. As Tevis is about to get a chance here in the front. Right now, this is a pretty sketchy place to be and a well-sought-after spot. Guys are killing each other to get there. As right now, Tevis has only got about a fender here on Ryan Patty.
Yeah, the way these guys are moving back and forth so fast, you'd almost think that they thought it was a 100-lap race.
Yeah, on the exit of turn number 4, Everett Couts here looking toward the outside. Looks like he's going to be chasing Ryan Patty here, moving Tevis back to 3rd. Not bad here, but man, this is a great race here so far. This is more of what I expected. Side by side, shuffling around. This is exactly what you want to see. But Dylan Picklesheimer, from out of nowhere, here he comes, 4th position. Now he's going to be following behind Tevis. Tevis wants a little bit here, though. You can feel it as look at the amount of distance he has to the guy in front of him here. Right now, he's got right behind Everett Couts, and Couts with a little right rear damage. Doesn't seem to be affecting him here at all, but boy, oh boy, if we're already dealing with an aerodynamic problem on the rear spoiler, he definitely wants to be super careful as Tevis almost goes out there and kisses the wall.
Yes. I stuck my finger out, and I think I filed a nail down.
Yeah, I'll definitely get super close there. Stella, I'm looking toward the outside wall in iRacing. You can't have safer barrier walls on a legacy track. All right. All right, well, we're going to go out there as they should have bought them just a little more room, having straight concrete walls out there. This has been an excellent race so far here as we are over 100 laps in to this 200-lap race. Stella, this has been a shuffle back and forth. We'll go for a little bit of a gamble out here, and we'll make some choices. And I do want you guys out there in the stream chat as well to bring it up. Who's going to win the race, and who is going to be our underdog? Who's going to be our upset? Now, it can be the same person. If you say, let's say, Josh Conover, 13 laps down, is going to come back from this and win the race, you can say that. But somebody make the call, and Stella, I'll have you answer first. Who do you think's going to end up winning this race? And who is our underdog here in the race who's going to be, be passing the most drivers here tonight?
Oh my goodness. Well, I do not have the luxury of the SDK that tells me where these guys started tonight. But I like the gusto of Tevis and to get up there and win it. And I don't know. I think the talent keeps coming back for more. So he's the underdog, but let's see where he lands. Oh dear, we have somebody off track.
Yeah, Ryan Patty loses it here. Looks like more contact, something's going on. They got tired of his crap out there, so they definitely bumped him out.
No crap. He was racing very well.
Let's see what we can get going on here. Yeah, I would probably say out here in the race, my call would be Bobby Wetzel. I think he's going to come back. And our underdog, I would probably say, I would probably select the talent. I think he's going to come in. I'm going to think he's going to come in clutch. I think somebody's going to nuke it up there in the front, and he's going to slide on through. So 29.
You picked the same one I did?
Yeah, I think the talent's going to be a good shot. I was different between the talent and Picklesheimer out there.
Ah, okay. And Jay out there is calling for number 8, George, because he likes his paint scheme.
Ah, okay. So he's calling out Matthew George. So we'll definitely see if it can do it for Dale out there. And it already looks like we lost Senior out there, the number 3 car of Sam Taylor. He checked out back in lap 73.
Yeah, I was very surprised that I didn't pick Dylas tonight because you know how I am with the 24.
Uh-huh. Not too bad here as they still continue to shoot down. Still single file here, and I do want to check out where in the world is Josh Conover. Conover's now sitting
14.
He's tangling up in here with these somewhere with these guys. Back here
Yeah,
with
he must-
Middle Miss. So it's probably the 14 there. Yep.
He's right over the top of another dot.
Yep. Yeah, and I believe Joe McAdory, he's out here. Good Lord.
He is?
He's got a long way to go to meet up with somebody out there. All right.
Well, this way he can just sit there and do qualifying laps.
Yep. Well, Stella, let's talk about it a little bit. Now, I've kind of been boasting a little bit that Ryan Patty has been out here. Really in the top podium positions all night. But right now, he's sitting 10th. He did break loose. He lost control. You know, went all the way back, but he maintained control to actually bring it back and still remain competitive here. So what does Ryan Patty do? Are we having to wait till our next pit stop? These guys last pit on 81.
I'd say no. I think he can work back in. I mean, we've unless these cars are so different that it makes the drivers, you know, incapable. We've seen drivers come barreling up through the field. You love to talk about the one where Dale Earnhardt came from like a mile away and came up 7 or 17 spots. No, he'll work his way back up there. He's a driver. He can do it.
It's definitely possible. It could happen.
Unless there's something wrong with the car. Nobody sits up in the podium position all night by luck. So if he was there through skill, then he can work his way back up through.
Well, we'll definitely hope that he can do that. Checking back out there in the chat, Cody Hyde is saying almost 9 minutes of damage was a little too much to overcome. I appreciate the broadcast. Appreciate you coming out here and racing with us tonight.
See?
Yeah, we'll definitely see. I do see that Cody Hyde was in the pit box for 9 minutes, but he may have been able to go out there and toy around with Josh Conover. Seeing that Conover's luck tonight has been absolutely dismal. The 97 Ford having a hard time here tonight, hey, Stella, we're still knocking off the cobwebs here, and what better way to do it than racing in these 87 cars and let it go. Chris Full-Send out there is saying that Patty has a super aggressive driving style. Expect him to get back to the front at any means.
See?
Well, I definitely hope not by any means. I hope by clean racing. I've seen any means happen before, and that definitely means turning into a bulldozer and bumping people until you get there. We're going to see. Looks like Timmy Ray's calling Dalton Tucker. He's saying Dalton Tucker's going to take this win.
Okay.
So
okay.
we'll see.
We'll have to hold it for another 90 laps.
Well, Dalton Tucker has gained 18 on the night. Right now, he is past the most people here tonight. So Dalton Tucker obviously shuffling through the field. He's able to get away from most of the wrecks out here tonight. But Wetzel has been caught up in a couple of wrecks here tonight. So definitely interesting to see, where our guys end up,
Yeah, coming up 18. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's for sure.
Chris Full Send out there saying that's why he drives for him in the Cup Series in NORA. He says ruthless aggression.
Oh, dear.
Oh, man.
We've seen a couple of those.
Yeah, but I've also seen where they penalize them for driving like that. And last thing you want to do is lose a teammate out there. You get teammates and ownership points. Guys are going to start checking out. And then definitely you want to see your entire team. If you can get a 1-2-3 finish, that's not bad. You did everything you could, and obviously, it's fantastic. I think there's only been a couple teams. I think the Wood Brothers at one point, and I think Richard Childress Racing, was able to do a 1-2-3. Yeah, might have to fact check that one. Or if you want to go to Clinton and say it's a fat check, we'll see. Here we go. Matthew George. Number 8 Chevrolet here, looking to see if he's under fire. Timmy Harper is sitting right behind him, though. Good Lord, he is all over him. Waiting to see if Matthew George is going to be able to fend this battle off here. And now I don't know. We're seeing right now that 28 machine of Timmy Harper sitting right behind him. Look how close that bumper's getting to the ground.
Well, at least it's not. You watched one lead where it was filing it away. They were hitting the ground so much.
Yes. Yeah, but this is a setup, so they have been able to kind of square this setup away and make it well worth it. That way they can get a good feel for the car, be able to kind of square it away. Seeing what we got out there right now, Thomas Harkin saying cool touch with the driver car graphic a few minutes ago. Yeah.
Graphic. Okay.
Yeah, well, probably snap, crackle, pop, and their paints are fixed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you that the one on the car doesn't look like a Summit logo anymore.
Huh.
Give you that one.
Yeah. I should be ashamed of myself. I know we don't have anything there, but I do like kind of poking it around just a little bit. Anybody who ended up checking out of the race here, if you are able to hang out here in the interview waiting room, I definitely like being able to head to the infield car care center, see how your race was, kind of talk a little bit about it and what you've got plans for this upcoming season. We'll definitely talk to you here in the booth as we are only getting lap 116 underway. Stella, they're ticking away now. Guys are going to be starting to get a little antsy here. I would probably say really about that 130 mark. Guys are going to really start toying around with a couple of ideas out here, but 120 is about a safe spot when guys are going to start coming down to pit for fuel, tires, and have to let it go again.
Okay. Yeah, I wondered where they were finally going to call it Uncle.
Yeah, well, lap 81 they came down, so we should be looking at lap 121. Joe McAdory, he's saying that's it for him. He's coming down pit road. So down he comes. Let's get back to our guys here in the lead. McAdory's been having a boatload of problems here tonight. This will be his 7th time visiting pit road.
Ouch.
Last time he was in for about a minute 45, so he may be continuing to fix more damage here.
Well, we've, to me, there's been 4 cautions, so a minimum of 4 coming down isn't unusual. But, so he just doubled up on him a little bit.
Well, I'm wondering if we do stagger it about every 40 laps. We hit 120, then we're at 160. Guys might be running out of fuel before they get to the end of this.
That's kind of what I was asking before, if we were dealing with tires or fuel. You said fuel wouldn't be a problem, so...
Well, you wouldn't
still
think. Guys are starting to get...
Buddy. Oh, no, he couldn't get through. I was hoping maybe he could keep his lap.
No. He's still got to get to the backstretch. These cars are powerful, but they ain't going to get up that fast. see how we can keep going on here. Right now, Dalton Tucker still leading this race, though, and really not being contested at all, though. Right now, Wetzel's actually falling off a little bit. Looks like Couts is sitting third. He's hanging back. Right now, Tevis, Picklesheimer, and Guileless here. Everybody's kind of single file here, Stella, and not really anybody's pushing it here. I would probably say what we're seeing here is guys chunking here, and they're rolling through, trying to knock down as many laps as possible to help chug and get this one toward the end.
Yeah, well, we've seen that before. It stays like this, and this is why NASCAR put in stages. It hurts some, it helps others, but they try to make that pack racing happen more.
Yeah, but I think when they started dealing out points via stage wins, that's where it got even weirder.
Ooh. Well, it made them race into it rather than we've seen some where it was just like, well, la-di-da, you know, I don't have to do anything until the last stage because they'll bunch us all back up together and it'll be like a 25-lap shootout.
Yeah. Yep. All right, lap 120, so we are at just about that 39-lap mark from the last time everyone came down pit road.
And Thomas Harkins out there in the chat says, we're going to see a bunch of people come in the next 10.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely what we're going to see. I would love to know if anybody else is able to squeeze out 1 or 2 laps more to help themselves in the long run. And I didn't think fuel would be that much of a problem here, Stella, seeing how loose everybody is getting out there. The last thing you want to do is continue slapping the wall when the tires are slap wore out.
Yeah. So you say that this is the only race we'll be running in these 87s for this league?
It should be for the, yes, for the NORA big events.
Okay. So what will we be looking forward to next week?
The NORA Cup Series. Is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be getting ready to get that kicked off. They are still hammering out a couple of extra things, but the season schedule is squared away. That is going to be a fantastic race there. We'll be starting with the Clash. I believe that is going to be on February 6th. After that, it'll be the duels, and then, of course, we're heading back to Daytona, and we are once again, Wetzel doing everything he can. Look at this.
Oh, no. Come on, gentlemen.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Tevis spun out here. Right now, I'm going to wonder if they're going to wipe a black flag out of him here.
Oh.
Bro.
Yeah.
All right, well, Jay out there who's rooting on the 8 is now going to have some damage to the front end of his car.
Just front, side, back. Oh.
Look at that mashed up front end now.
Yes. Just sitting there minding his own business.
Wow.
Yeah, that changes things.
That's painful. All right, driver's racing off pit here. George may have to sit down just a little bit, but I don't know how long he wants to hang out. He may have to hammer down and get it going, and he does.
Was there no penalties for any of the kerfuffle that we had?
They may assess it after he leaves pit road.
Aha. Okay. Wow, I saw 2 guys flying around on the outside as that whole string of fellas were coming out of pit. I hope everybody meshed in nicely there.
Yep.
Good.
Right now, it looks like everybody did come down, and I believe it's saying, yeah, he may be dealing with a good bit of damage here. I don't know if this is going to do it for Tevis.
Jay's too funny. He said that just added character.
Yeah.
Looks like he was maybe using some of that Budweiser from his car. by the look of it now. Not allowed to play pinball in your car.
No, not at all. Take a look at this. Dalton Tucker. Uh-oh.
Slow down.
Well, fortunately, this is when they had limited pit road speed. Rather than them launching down, used to be at full speed.
Oh, heavens. Yeah, I hope it's limited.
They had guys
200
coming down
miles
pit
an hour
road,
down
about,
pit road?
about 110 miles an hour down pit road. And then
Oh,
lock them up
no.
and slide in.
Oh, there we go, a little push.
Oh, yeah. Well, right now.
Oh, please take a look at where Mr. Patty at number 30 is sitting.
Yes. Here's taking an eye. I thought he was having to come down pit here. Looking to see where Wetzel ended up. Wetzel ended up back in 6th. But I am... Couts had an insane pit stop. 47.5 seconds in and out of pit lane. 21.6 in the box. I mean, that is a fantastic pit stop. Especially for starting in the 7th pit box. Yeah, you know what I mean? He wasn't stopped at the end.
Yeah. That all ends up equating out, though, doesn't it? I mean, you either have to go real slow all the way to the front, or you hop right in, then you have to go real slow all the way out. Does it really matter that much where you are on pit road?
In a sense, if you're able to get like 3rd, like if you place 3rd, you can sidestep the clutch and then floor it all the way out of pit road without speeding. Yeah, you start getting like 10th, 15th, you get up to speed and then you have to hold it until you break the line of the exit of pit road and then you hammer down again.
Okay. All right. See, I learned something new every day.
Yeah, so it might be something to keep in mind there. Yeah. All right, Stella, 127 into this one. We're less than 75 laps before the end. Ryan Patty is taking the lead. Timmy Harper is sitting in the 2nd place now, and Couts, that had a 2-second lead over everybody else, has fallen to 3rd. No, Picklesheimer was toying around up there. He sits 5th.
Except Wetzel just took over that spot.
Yep. Yeah, well, Wetzel's going to be a man on a mission here. Oof. Guileless from sitting in that 6. He's getting below that paint again. He's got to be careful. And who's in 4th, Stella?
Who's in 4th? Mr. Gladderlick. Dang it, I did it that time. Oh,
now
you're
killing me. You're killing me, just like Bobby Wetzel's killing his tires right now.
Yes.
As he slides off the track. Holy cow.
You're going to have to answer the question if pit road speed limits are in effect for this race.
Yes.
Okay, because I know what the 2023 pit road speeds are, but I do not know what 1987 pit road speeds were.
1987 pit road speeds.
Perhaps they
Sorry,
set
we
it
had
on-
somebody smoking heading
Yeah.
into turn 1.
setting on the server.
Yeah, right now Timmy Harper. Holy cow. What a slide that was. That could have been nasty.
Yeah, we're getting some movement here. These guys are starting to figure out maybe they can go to the end. Do they want to get position?
Nah, there's no way. Right now the 54.
Okay.
Holy cow.
Oh, into the wall. Hey.
Yeah, boy, you got too hungry into that turn. Oh, contact. Hot my pickle. Dylan Picklesheimer there getting a good beating.
You're gonna call the fellow for the rest of the race. No, pickle. I think it was not my dill actually, but
Oh,
not
no.
my pickle sounds even funnier.
Oh no, it was not my pickle.
Really?
He said, go for it, Dill.
Oh, okay. You have the memory as steel trap memory.
Yeah. Boy, these are really kind of ticking away. 70 laps left to go in this one. Ryan Patty has now gathered the lead as he's been kind of toying around and getting it most here of the night. Couts is now second, and Guileless is third. Not too bad here from the rest of our drivers. Bobby Wetzel has fallen off pace. He's got to make up about a second and a half just to find our guy here in sixth. They call him Drift. Cool. Drift.
Oh, there you go. Georgia. That's race country.
Oh, yeah. Snellville, Georgia. All right. No, Stella, I got a feeling you got some trivia out there. I can feel it.
Me?
Yeah, I can feel it. You got something.
Do I? Let's see. Well, we've got things like that stage format we were talking about. Didn't come into play until 2017. But how about the trophies? Ooh, that's a good one. What the trophies they give to the guys are named for the Harley J. Scott, the second commissioner of NASCAR. And do you know what he was also famous for?
Absolutely not.
He's the father of the Corvette. Harley J. Scott designed the Corvette. But believe it or not, it's actually his Firebird 1 prototype that sits on top of the trophy. So, and the crew chief also gets a trophy at Daytona. I didn't know crew chiefs got, and the team owner does too. And they each have their own thing. It's called the Cannonball Baker Trophy, given to the crew chief, and the Governor's Cup is given to the team owner. How's that?
Huh. There we go. All right. The talent out there is asking for a caution. Don't think so. As close as these guys are, I don't know if that's going to happen. It's going to require some effort for guys to wreck. Right now, the talent is off by almost 18 and a half seconds here. Off pace right now, our 1 through 7 are within almost within a second. Bobby Wetzel's trying to figure out how to come back from this one. Wetzel keeps driving the tires off the car, and I think that might be half his problem here tonight. Because every time he gets a solid run, he just drives way, way too fast, and I don't think the car is interested in handling what he keeps throwing at it.
So now these cars are fixed setup cars?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, these should be a fixed setup car.
An iRacing fixed setup car?
No.
So a tuned fixed setup car.
Yes.
There we go. Okay.
Well done.
I had to pull that out of you like teeth.
Boy, these laps are really marching away here, Stella, and I'm enjoying seeing what we're seeing here so far. Guys have only fallen off about a second and a half here, where they came down on lap 121 here. If they're able to squeak it one more time and stop really about that 162, they'll make it to the end.
Okay.
But man, it's going to be close. Well, we saw how the last pit stop went, and Tevis got obliterated. He's in 13th now, and he was unable to come back. He's 11 minutes in his pit box right now, trying to see if he can fix that thing up. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He kind of eliminated him. Unfortunately, we are down to only about a couple handfuls of cars here. Seeing that they're kind of obliterated here. Right now, it looks like Christopher Heights out there saying, yes, it's a fixed setup. I'm looking to see if he's able to kind of hammer that out and make 100% sure. I know it's fixed, but I just think it was tuned setup, so these things will be a little easier to drive instead of them getting too loose on them.
Hey, you want another piece of trivia?
Lap 137 won up.
Okay. So Bill France built Daytona, right?
Yep.
But he used funds from Pepsi-Cola, General Motors, a second mortgage on his house. He sold 300,000 shares of stock and all this stuff. But when it came close to the end, he'd run out of money. So he went to Coca-Cola, and they turned him down. So he talked to Pepsi, and they said yes, you know, brought it in under the wire that with the cash. From that day until Bill France's death, he never allowed Coca-Cola to be sold at any of his tracks.
Huh.
Think about that. When somebody comes and asks you, think if you really want to do that long term, because that's a lot of tracks Bill France was dealing with.
Serves him right. Stella, we're starting to get a little bit of a mix-up here in the top front. Look at the number 9 of Bobby Wetzel. Splitting it 3 wide, heading into one here, and boom! Away he goes. Where did that come from?
Back there.
Holy cow. I was just getting ready to say Couts and Timmy Harper were going at it. It looks like Ryan Patty and Wetzel from out of nowhere opens that thing wide open and slings to the front, and now is leading this race.
He
What
wanted
an
to tell you,
excellent
he still
run.
got tires.
Holy cow. Stella, I know some people have been tuned in since the very beginning of this one, are noticing Wetzel and Patty have found each other yet again.
Yes.
When this race kind of boils down to it, what happens next? You know, when these guys have to go at each other here toward the end. They've raced pretty consistent, pretty solid with one another, but now it's going to start kind of cutting down. We got 60 laps before the checkered flag of this race. This could be a extremely volatile run here as you see Wetzel off track.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, unsure. He might be checking out of this one. I'm wondering if he's noticing he might be running out of fuel or something as he's trying to conserve as long as he can. He got out front, but man, what a wild pass that we saw him shoot through. I mean, I don't know.
Kind of like it was more fun getting there than being there.
Right. Well, but Patty has also been nudging a couple of guys out here. And, well, remember what we said about ruthless winning or ruthless aggression.
I did not see him, I believe you, but I didn't see him make contact with anybody that caused anything.
No, he just knows how to get right behind the person at the exact same time and go ahead and loosen him up a little bit. So, this race is really coming around, though. Matthew George may still have a chance, but George has got to make up about 25 and a half seconds.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah, we are almost at that point, getting very, very close here. Seeing that everybody seemed pretty stuck to the track here. We're going to hit a little bit of a crank it up session here, and we'll be right back here probably about lap 150 and kind of watch these guys and kind of see how these 87s get around this track as they get ready to pass some lap cars. everybody. We are back after lap 150 is getting started here. We're riding along with Timmy Harper. Noticing that Everett Couts and Guileless are sitting in 1 and 2. That is Josh Conover that is still stuck out there. He is a few laps down now, but he's still up here able to race with the front pack. Now, I would say this is really nice. A couple of lap cars got caught in the front pack because now it adds a little extra dangerous factor to it, where everything could get a little more risky. Drivers trying to file around. Some got nothing to lose, and some guys have everything to lose here. Right now, Bobby Wetzel needs to have some of the best 20 laps of his race when he gets his tires on the next pit stop. Right now, he's still looking about another 9 laps or so before these drivers have to come back down pit yet again. Lap 121 or 122 is when they visited pit road last time. So they come back down for fuel, and they should have just barely enough. As we were sitting during our Crank It Up session, Ryan Patty actually for one time for about a half a second there was already clutching his car to make it to the end. Ryan Patty, with the amount of lead laps he's done here tonight, it may be running a little bit low on fuel. Now, Stella, we've definitely proved me wrong that this race has definitely come into a fuel mileage game.
Yeah, this is it's interesting because they are stretching it just as far as they can possibly go.
Yeah, if we definitely had one more pit stop, if we had not had all the cautions, we may have had one pit stop sitting around 170, and then we'd be 10 laps to the good. But seeing this is going to land exactly on 160 and 40 laps is looking about our max fuel limit, this is going to be much, much closer than I guarantee you most of these drivers wanted it to be. But definitely that is exactly what you want to see for the 4th annual NORA 1987 Daytona 500, brought to you by SimTraX Broadcasting. This has been a fantastic race here so far, only a few cautions here and there, but we've got guys still tussling around back here whether they're going to be able to kick back and make it back to the rest of this race. Right now, we're kind of rallying for Bobby Wetzel to stop fumbling around here in the back. He's been definitely dealing with a lot of damage out there. I know right now Jamison Middlemiss as well. You see him in the 16 machine there in the back. And right now, I believe Picklesheimer, something's going on around his area as Timmy Harper has dropped down. He was sitting up in the top 3. He has now dropped down to 7th and looks like he's going to be following the rest of the field. Now, Stella, a little bit of chase cam footage. I don't think we have any damage to the front of his vehicle here. Maybe a little bit right there at that right front of his hood. I don't think, a little crinkle right there on that right front fender. So a little contact with the wall, and he's checking out. But check this out. Josh Conover is actually out in front right now as the 32 machine at Everett Couts trying to follow along. And I've got to admit, right now, this may be them still doing a little bit of fuel savings following behind a lapped car.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. As long as he's not detrimental to the speed, I would go ahead and tuck in behind him. But I also wanted an apology because you were just showing a Haviland car after you told me there wasn't one on the track.
Who are you driving the Haviland car?
Seriously.
Who? Oh, my dude.
Wait.
Oh, my dude.
What does it say? What does it
my
say?
Dude.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
That's a Havoline. Havoline. How about that? No, I'm just kidding. Alrighty. Well, that we do. Right now, I am mistaken Timmy Harper in his paint scheme. Alright, Jay saying welcome back. Yep, definitely from that Crank It Up session we had about 6 or 7 laps there of definitely the 87s. They've tuned these exhausts to sound exactly like the real thing here, but this has been a great race here so far, and I can't wait to see what we've got going. We'll be updating our schedule out there on SimTraxBroadcasting.com to accommodate all our new leagues that we've got lined up for us. Definitely some new faces, new leagues, and definitely some new scenery out here. This is going to be an excellent run. Definitely hate to see Racing Revolution go, but that is the way it's going to be. Along with the Big Show and a bunch of other leagues that we had signed up as well. You can definitely catch them over on a different broadcast station that'll be bringing them to them this upcoming year. Right now, we are sitting here with the National Oval Racing Association that is definitely running a tight ship here tonight. Definitely, you can see a lot of other drivers have been poking around as Picklesheimer is now finally getting a hold of the lead, putting Couts behind him now on lap 156. But Couts still putting up a perfect fight as he follows behind Conover to get across the line first to get lap 157 underway.
Yeah, they're shifting around right now like we're coming up on the end. I like to see it. There's still some drive in these drivers.
Oh, yeah. Really appreciate you joining us here tonight. Stella here with SimTraX Broadcasting. I know you are a well sought after broadcaster and definitely a color commentator here, as these guys do a fantastic job each and every night, and you bring it just a little more lively. We do appreciate you hanging out there. Everett Couts now getting out in front of Picklesheimer. Picklesheimer trying to get in front of him, but no can do. Definitely thought about sending it 3 wide, seeing if he can do just a little bit of a Bobby Wetzel move there. But lap 158, Stella, and I've got guys coming down pit. George Tucker, DeTalent, and Middle Miss are down pit.
Okay.
I'd probably say this is a pretty gutsy call. Obviously, they may be short on fuel. They would have to stop one more time.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That'll be rough, because unless there's a caution, or 2, unless they want to take that green flag chance due to the fact that, we're only looking at roughly 11 people on the lead lap. They could, still work their way back up if they only lose, 5 or 10 positions.
Yeah, already Chris full send out there saying great broadcast for sure. Can't wait for the regular season. Definitely, we try to bring a lot of intensity, emotion, definitely a lot of feel to the race. I have a huge passion for racing. I love seeing what I see as long as the racing's good. When I am sitting here running, calling for pacing, it definitely makes me sick to my stomach. Right now, 1987s is what we've got here at Daytona, and not only Daytona, the legacy Daytona track. So this thing is rough as a cob out there for cars that don't have exactly 100% perfect suspension, and these guys are letting it rip. Picklesheimer coming on down with Josh Conover, and that is going to do it for those two. Let's get back to our guys here in the front 6 right now. Counts. It looks like Kladulik? I'm trying.
Yes, you are. You're very trying.
Ryan Patty, Bobby Wetzel, Nick Geilis, and looks like Timmy Harper, 1 through 6. So far, we are still being led by the Buick of Everett Couts. He is sitting up front, and 2 Chevys follow along, and we finish out the top 5 with a couple more Buicks out there. No Ford to be seen until we find Timmy Harper, which we've already got. Couts is looking to see if he could drift it into pit road. That'd have been pretty metal if he could have done that, if he had slid through the cones and made it back to the entrance. No can do. Back we are underway here, Stella.
He goes through nice and calm, like nobody saw it, didn't happen.
I guarantee you he is cussing behind that wheel right now. He is not a happy camper. I'm wondering if Everett Couts was getting ready to work his way down pit road and got rear-ended here.
Oh no.
Yeah, there is a way if you hit a button on the keyboard while these guys are racing to let them know you're pitting, and obviously you call over the radio, pitting, and that something may have happened here. But we'll see how these guys come down pit as the 28 sliding out of control.
Not again.
Yeah, Timmy Harper's got to let off the brake. We don't have ABS here, so when they lock up, they are stuck. Oh my gosh.
Man, I'll tell you, a lot of action in pit road tonight.
Yeah, that there is. I'm going to actually roll it back a little bit. I do want to see what happened to Couts here. Something seems a little funny about how he entered pit.
Well, because it was almost like a full send.
Yeah, we're going to see if we can sit over top and see what happens. Right now, this is Couts coming in. Yep, right there. 54 pops him.
That'll do it.
Yuck. So I guarantee you he's going to be in his ear, or if they meet up again, it's possible that settle their differences out here on the track, maybe Days of Thunder style.
Maybe not.
Oh, no, I don't mean throw on 4 tires, drive out there and put them in the wall. I just mean rattling his cage a little bit.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking, you know, like they jump out and start swinging.
No. No. All right, Picklesheimer. Ryan Patty. Now, Patty is out front. He's got about a 1.3 second lead, but it is shaving off very, very quickly here. As Patty and Picklesheimer are about to go at it. Right now, the guys are already exiting pit here. They're trying to hurry up. Go, 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 go. All right, now Nick Gillis. You know, we'll see in the up on the track. Here they come. That's Ryan Patty there, and they should hopefully clump all back together with multiple different pit strategies here. Picklesheimer came in on 159, and he's going to be praying he makes it to the end. Right now, Jay's recommending that they get the rental cars. Wreck each other out on the street instead or on the beach. All right. Stella, you need to watch more Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan Patty is out front. Glad a lick. Jeez. You know, I'm wondering how bad people butcher his name. You know, if it happens 12, 14 times. You know, just like, could you imagine like how a robocall goes? Man, that's gotta get annoying.
Well, not everybody can be a Smith.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. There are a lot of them. All right, let's get back to the back. Let's see. Where Dalton Tucker. We haven't checked back here on these guys. Dalton Tucker, Matthew George. Did Talent back here? Oh, did Talent? No. Man, he's going to hate that I just tuned in and he falls off the table just a little bit. Now, these guys pit back on lap 156. This is the question mark crew. Whether they're going to make it or not.
156? I don't know, because you were saying the guys at 164 were rubbing the edges.
Yeah, maybe. Right now, Picklesheimer came in on 159. These guys are 156. Latest pit stop was Gladly. I said it right.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Right now, a lot of guys could probably use a caution. You know, Tucker, George, DeTalent, these guys could use some help. Yeah, if they could collect back up and kind of shoot it out here toward the end. But Stella, this is exactly how the 87 races used to go. They wouldn't clump up. They would single file race for a long, long time. And that's how restrictor plate racing came about. And it wasn't just for safety. They actually started adding the restrictor plates around the 1987 era. And you can see when out of the draft, these guys can get over 200, 205 miles an hour. 221 is what I'm seeing here, or 223 here by Picklesheimer. And that's with the restrictor plate, and that's in the draft. So, there were a lot of things to help down-tune these cars.
And then there was the safety issue, too. I mean, they proved that even the roof flaps that they put on couldn't keep the cars down if they were over 212 miles an hour.
Yeah, that and the weight of the car. The weight of the car, once it went airborne, there was no way to stop it. Yeah, they were just unable to pick it up, so the spoilers ended up getting bigger. The cars ended up getting lighter than the hood flaps, roof flaps, and at different angles to help slow them down. But that's something. I don't know. I can say I still see cars flipping out there, but check. Stella, go ahead and call this battle for the lead because Picklesheimer's looking to make a shot here.
No. All right, so it looks like Picklesheimer is on the inside But on the high line is Gladelick, and you just want me to say these two names over and over again so I make a mess. I get you. And Gladelick takes the lead for a moment here in his lovely yellow car. But let's see if he's going to get some help from behind. It looks like Patty might not be satisfied with the third place on the podium. Okay, go ahead.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Gladelick is out front. Picklesheimer is trying to see if he can find a route around, but he decides to clearance the right side of his car on the exit of turn number 2. Entering the backstretch, Ryan Patty is third. Bobby Wetzel remains in fourth. But I feel like Bobby Wetzel right now is sitting back kind of like one of those fly traps that you see. He's just sitting back waiting for somebody to mess up, and he's going to shoot through this field. Perfect spacing actually between 1, 2, and 3 that if Wetzel wished to attack, he could. Nick Gillis remains in 5th, and then we reach almost 4.5 seconds back to find Timmy Harper, and then beyond that ends up Dalton Tucker, Matthew George, and Everett Couts, which are our only guys here on the lead lap. Middle Miss still a lap down, trying to fight back, but he may end up another lap down as we are right now shooting up onto Middle Miss here, not too far behind. He's got a long way, as you see, hanging off the back bumper here. That is the rain pile getting ready to catch him here, but he is right now trying to hold on for dear life to make sure he doesn't get past as he sits behind, yes, the Halvoline car, right now the number 28 that we do see out there of Timmy Harper. Harper's trying to hold on here, but this has been a heck of a race here so far as these guys continue this race and continue to keep going on as this one goes. So far, so good. Picklesheimer is under fire, though, as he's down to the bottom. 24 machine Nick Gillis. He passes high side and on around. Right now, Ryan Patty would go out there and shake that man's hand for a fantastic pass on the outside. So far, Patty has dropped down to 4th. Side by side they go, heading into turn number 3. And right now, Gillis is not too satisfied with hanging out as far back as he was. Looks like the lead is where he's going to go, but he's got to make up another half a car length to get past Gladelick.
Wow, but I'm watching, oh my. Yeah, Picklesheimer coming through that gap and puts Gladelick up against the wall.
Yeah, as you were saying about Gladelick, I know everybody makes probably 1,000 puns, but Gladelick licks the wall coming out of turn number 4 there as he takes a huge shot, dropping him from the lead down to 5th. We'll see if that damage is going to come back and haunt him. But Josh Conover, who's many, many laps down, you see the smoke rolling off the back from the back pile back here, who are trying to still hold on to it as there's plenty of smoke, and they're trying to catch up to the lead pack. Not too bad, but a little too late to continue this fight as we continue on. Staying up front where Bobby Wetzel's still going below the paint here, and Nick Gillis is having a huge run right now, over 0.6 of a second away from the rest of the field. Excellent run here, and I don't know how the heck he was doing it, and he's just getting away now.
It's the number. It's the beautiful 24 on his car. This is the first real pull away we've seen tonight.
Yeah. I don't think he was glad to lick the wall after leading.
Oh.
Here we go. Unbelievable.
Yes.
I got people making fun of a guy through the chat. He's going to hate me for that.
Yes, he is.
Stella, talk to me about this race right now. Nick Gillis here is out in front by a second.
Nice.
Over top the rest of this field. How in the world is the 24 open and wide open and pulling away? Whatever just happened, Picklesheimer just picked up a huge chunk, half a second, coming off the dog leg here. Right at the front at the start-finish line, and boy, oh boy, is he reeling him in. Check out the speeds. Right now, he's about 5 miles an hour faster, and he is churning. Right now, 207, 208, continuing the speed, using a little bit of the draft, and Picklesheimer's going to move on by. Excuse me, down to the bottom he goes. And Bobby Wetzel, who's been waiting for his time to shine, back into second place, and he's chasing the leader, Dylan Picklesheimer.
I don't know. I mean, that looked like a beautifully choreographed maneuver. I mean, I'm just going to take my turn here, take a couple laps, and then file back in 6th.
All right, well, tell me how in the world Gillis goes out and leads the race, and he leads by a second, and then Gillis drops down to 6th.
No idea.
Yeah, huge change of events here as you see the second pile starting to catch up to the leader as they continue to battle amongst themselves. Wetzel thinking about it here, but not yet. Still sitting in second. Guileless is sixth. Dalton Tuckers remains in that fifth position. So the number one, Baby Ruth Ford, trying to figure out how to fly through the rest of this field. But Stella, I want to take a look at some of our other guys. Of Joe McAdory, right now he is sitting down in 11th, trying to hang out here. And right now he's kind of chugging along. We're trying to work with whoever he can out there. Right now he's found Matthew George. And George is unfortunately, he is right now, I believe, he is still sitting on the lead lap here.
He is. He is.
But just barely. Right now he has got to figure out how to catch up with the rest of his friends here, or at least with the front pack with only 25 laps left to go.
Yeah, well, you mean Middle Miss catching up or George? Because George is on the lead lap. He's not really going to be in contention with his front bunch, but he's also way from getting lapped again.
Yeah, well, let's talk about somebody who's really on the move. Couts has just passed 3 drivers here, now 4, moving through on 1 lap. So far, he's still continuing this move, and right now it's like somebody just poured nitrous down the intake of this car. He is on a roll. I don't know what in the world's going on or where these cars come up with that sort of speed. Everything's A-okay, and then all of a sudden it's like the cars are just going insanely fast, picking up almost 10 miles an hour faster than anybody else on the course, and then starting to roll through. So I'm wondering if somebody's finding a line out here in the track where it feels good. The track is a little bit cooler, and the cars are starting to fly.
Yeah, did they just find a new gear? Did they figure out what the red light was? I don't know. But yeah, the shot of nitrous is exactly what it looks like when these guys put it on full send.
Yeah, right now Tevis is on the outside, a lap down though, but now the entire clutch of cars have now joined each other. Everybody kind of hanging out here. Right now Tevis is sitting right now in the 14th position, but check it out. These are the leaders here. And normally what ends up happening, Stella, is when you see a situation like this going on, everybody gets muttering under their breath when you got a lapped car up here tangling around with the leaders.
Oh yeah, they always do. It's kind of like, we're coming through, take the high line. Well, you know what? I'm going just as fast as you are. Go around me, or he's not in the way, so they can mutter.
Yeah, well, it definitely could cause an issue if he comes down. Let's say spins out the guy in second or third. That's what I'm saying is they are petrified right now of any kind of issues happening out there on the track that may be caused by that certain issue. Right now, taking a look at the outside, Bobby Wetzel has gained the lead by following the lapped car around. Excellent move as he continues on through. Right now, I'm not sure what has happened to DeTalent, but he is back down pit road for the 8th time tonight. 9 minutes in the box.
9 minutes? Oh my goodness. I knew they were saying that he was going to need another caution pretty soon, but I thought, he was maybe running on fumes.
No, doesn't seem to be that way. We're going to go ahead and sit in the cockpit here of Everett Couts as he looks forward at the rest of the drivers here, trying to see how he's going to hold on. Everybody's separating here, so plenty of aerodynamic opportunities, but where does he fit in? I'm trying to figure out where where's a good spot. Let's see if we can pull up his dash there. No speed is ever put in these cars, only the RPMs. There's no need to worry about how fast you're going out there, but let's
just
take a
don't blow
look.
your engine.
Yeah, 200 miles an hour sitting behind a car. That's crazy. Tevis is going to be pinned on the outside again.
Right behind the car. Just, the driver's ed version. We're talking, this is premium tailgating.
Yeah, and if the one thing I want to admit here is taking a look at way he's racing. He is not just racing out the windshield. He's got this guy all over him. And that's Gladelick here sitting in 5th. Wow. Yeah, there's Conover. He's riding the top line. But remember what I was saying. See how he's got a different line? Look at the amount of speed Conover's now producing.
Interesting.
That's what I was saying. I'm wondering if there's a part of this track that is all of a sudden, a little bit cooler and is now starting to allow these guys to pick up a boatload of speed on the outside. Picklesheimer still leads this race, by the way, sitting with 19 laps left to go. Bobby Wetzel slacking off these guys just a little bit to not get in the way or really tangle around with the lapped cars here. But, he says no can do as Gladelick licks the wall again, pops to the outside, makes a little bit of trouble, and he's trying to hold on. No one's passing him as of yet, but right now, Timmy Harper, he's within striking range. As he is only sitting off, if I'm not mistaken, about 0.3 of a second.
Yeah. Now, out of curiosity, who's running on fumes at this point? Who's the oldest ones? That's him coming out. I'm sorry. Far back as far as a pit stop.
Dalton Tucker.
Okay.
He's right now running 6th. They came in on lap 156.
Okay.
Picklesheimer came in
else?
on 159. He's going to be close.
Okay.
Yeah, Wetzel and Kautz all came in at 160 or after.
Okay. You think that's still going to be close?
With them leading and not drafting,
Yeah.
it's going to be close.
Okay.
So we'll see if they have enough fuel for burnouts here at the end. Already seeing some moves here. Check this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Right now, the 32 of Kautz driving like he owns it.
Bump and run.
Well, he got hammered there. What ended up happening is it looked like Dalton Tucker got in the back of Ryan Patty. Patty shoved forward. And the 32, and 32 got kicked out. Holy cow, that could have been ugly.
You bet.
All right, Bobby Wetzel hanging back. That is Picklesheimer on the outside of Conover. Tevis is on the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not good. Right now, Bobby Wetzel's going to be looking to close that gap here on the bottom. Picklesheimer needs to swing down to the bottom, get behind the 10 quick.
And he does.
Excellent job right now. Somebody might be tuned into the broadcast here.
They only knew all the trade secrets that you let out during the broadcast.
Yes, and yet I can never win a race. Anyway. Picklesheimer still on the inside lead. Cars are staying on the inside line. This is going to be a tough turn heading into 3. Conover and Tevis are still on the outside. Wetzel's trying to find his spot, but check who's kicking out to the outside is Gladelick. Right now he's trying to hold on, and Gladelick, I think, is about to lose a position here. Right now to Dalton Tucker. Tucker getting ready to slide up another position here. This is right now the battle for 5th. This is a good spot here as the number 1 reels in closer to the 30 of Ryan Patty. Patty getting ready to get a jolt here in just a moment is right now, I guarantee you, that Baby Ruth machine looking to make a move.
You got to do it, though. You got to do a Goonies Baby Ruth. No?
No.
Oh, you kid. Ooh, bumpy. Here we go. Give him a little push. Nice.
Gotta
nice
give him a nudge
push.
here. Goes up close and doesn't hammer him. So
Very
good
good.
move.
And no sawing back and forth. Excellent.
Right. And it's pretty interesting seeing that he's driving a Ford there that's got a little bit more of a pointy nose. Tevis into the wall. And look who's shooting up the gut right there, Everett Kautz.
Nice.
Yeah, Kautz trying to make it go. Right now, Jay is saying never say never. Because Matthew George has made it within 1 second. His choice is close.
Yes.
It's definitely possible. Right now, Dylan Picklesheimer trying to hold on to it. Matthew George did pit on lap 156.
Yeah, in the last 10 laps, he's come 2 seconds closer and is now with the front bunch.
Man, this is going to be close. I don't know how this is going to work out here toward the end. The talent still in pit box, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be returning in this race. I don't see where a problem happened, but we'll see if he made contact with the wall out there. I'm waiting to see where this split up is. Gladelick remains on the outside. Look like where Everett is continuing. He decides not to sit behind Picklesheimer. Seimer getting ready to be in a lot of trouble here. I think a lot of people getting ready to fight him here in the next couple of laps.
Well, we've heard before the worst place to be is in front.
You will look who's running on the outside. That is Gladelick, and a quick block
Yes.
by
Woo.
Counts.
Wow. Talk about having to drive the rear view as much as the front. That was exactly what that was.
Well, also look at,
Again.
there's a lot of right front damage here to Everett Counts' machine. That Buick is banged up really bad there on the right front. And once again, outside line, getting ready to move again. Blocked by Everett Counts. Not bad.
Beautiful. Textbook, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even when Wetzel went to Pat, he blocked him too. Yeah, he's covering his position very nicely.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if anybody's kind of toying around with what's going on out here. I see L-Town Motorsports is held by Dylan Picklesheimer here, but I don't see where Everett Counts may be his teammate. That's what I was looking to see if there's anything funny going on here, because there's a reason why Everett Counts keeps blocking off the remainder of the field with 12 laps left to go.
Yeah, he does not seem to be associating with Discord this evening, which hopefully in the future, especially if you're going to be on the podium, you need to be out there in the Discord chat so we can pull you in for post-race interviews.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how that works out. Right now, I'm looking to see how long this kind of works through. Stella, I don't know if you noticed that Bobby Wetzel, his profile picture looks like Picard. So he might be tactically thinking here as he sits now fourth. 54 machine of Gladelick was able to fire on by. Right now, it looks like Counts is going to try one more time to see if he can shut him down. Picklesheimer getting out front. Right now, everybody kind of squeezing through. Oh, boy. Man, we are 10 laps left to go into this one. This is going to be close. Gladelick has the lead here for about half a second, but I'm not seeing where he's got it completely. As they shoot down the backstretch here, Picklesheimer dropping off by 60 thousandths. 70, almost a tenth now, right off the lead, as it looks like Gladelick gets the lead. Great job here so far by our guys in the front. No bumping and rubbing, no wrecks as of yet, as we're waiting to see how much tire smoke this one's going to end with. 54 machine drops the left rear off, and we are in trouble as Bobby Wetzel, here he comes. Bobby Wetzel opens it up here as he slings on by. Right now, Wetzel on the charge. He's going to be reeling in Picklesheimer here, and I think he's finally figured it out. 10 laps left to go, 9 at the line here, and 8 next time by as we continue to churn on through. Bobby Wetzel's Buick coming alive.
Wow, they are that was amazing. I'm sorry, Gladelick dropped that off. He was in sideways and pulled it back through. But here we have a lead change with Picklesheimer taking over on the bottom line, followed closely by Wetzel.
Yeah, Wetzel getting ready to take control here on the bottom. Couch definitely wants to work this outside line. Wetzel's going to pinch him. Right now, great moves here. I got to wait to see if Ryan Patty comes into the mix and figures out what he wants to do. Some of these guys outside the top 5 are kind of waiting to see who's going to total each other out here in the front. But as close as this racing's getting, it may be possible. But fantastic racing here, Stella, since all the way back from lap 81 where we had our last caution, we have been green all the way through.
Yes. Gorgeous driving.
Yeah.
You were talking about not liking the broadcast iPacing instead of iRacing. These guys are giving you your money's worth.
Yeah, well, it's definitely doing a fantastic job, especially in the hardest vehicle to drive. Right now, Picklesheimer, I guarantee you that heart's pounding out of his chest with 7 laps left to go. To his outside is Jacob Gladelick, right now the Drift King, trying to hold on to it here. But Bobby Wetzel is going to be looking to take a shot here. Okay, moving on through. Bobby Wetzel sitting back, letting this aerodynamic bubble, working on through. Let's figure out if he's got enough fuel. Picklesheimer is going to be in trouble. Huge shift by everybody here on the outside. Wetzel slides to the outside and continues with Gladelick, and it looks like Couch may end up doing the same. Picklesheimer knocked out of a podium position. As he drops down to 5th, Ryan Patty now to 4th. Right now, Picklesheimer has got to remain calm. The best thing he can do is tuck in behind the 30 here and hang out for a lap or so. Tevis might be able to help him if Picklesheimer wants to slide to the outside and help push them way to the front with 6 to go. But his choice is going to be made for him now, as already the 30 of Ryan Patty drops to the bottom, wants to get the help of Picklesheimer to fight his way back to the front. Gladelick has got at least 8 drivers looking into his rearview mirror, taking a look where he is. Matthew George on his way down pit. That should be a telltale sign that our guys who pit on lap 156 will not have enough fuel. Dalton Tucker may be our next guy who is in a boatload of trouble here in the number 1 Ford.
Oh, which is a shame because he's just on the outside of the podium, sitting in 4th.
Yeah, right now DeTalon out there is asking what the heck happened to the 29. He only made it to lap 166, and he is checked out here for the night. 15 minutes down in the box. He's called it quits, but we've got 5 laps left to go. And to see
just went to the pit.
Yeah, Picklesheimer down and out here. Looks like he is heading down pit road. No tires, only fuel. Back out he's going to go. So some of these guys, remember, he came down on 159.
Yep.
I'm wondering if he's noticing he might not make it on fuel.
Wow.
If that's the case, some of these guys are going to be churning it up here a little bit, clutching it to make it to the end. 5 laps left to go, 4 at the line.
Yeah, if that's the case, yeah, he probably should have come in more like lap 18.
All right, we'll keep an eye on some of the speeds out here and see if anything switches up. Gladelick out front, Wetzel sitting behind him. Battle for 3rd is between Couts and Patty. Patty trying to hold on to it here as you see a plane is arriving in the station here. Let's roll on through where we see the 28 of Timmy Harper coming back alive. Where in the world has he been here all night? He's finally flying back up, gaining his 9th position as he gets around Dalton Tucker. Tucker looking to get the inside lane. I think he notices, yep, that's it. He's out of fuel. Down pit road he comes. And caution!
No!
Caution with 3 laps left to go. Gladelick stabbing him here. He is upset with Ryan Patty as you see him driving through him along the wall.
Yes, he was. There was no shot at pulling back on that. Wow. Driving through him. Yes, that is a perfect description. So here we are with our 5th caution this evening with, like you say, 3 laps to go.
Stella, if the rules play as the 87s, this will end under a caution checkered flag. Bobby Wetzel may have the win.
Okay.
So we will keep an eye out here.
Yeah, green-white checker in North America didn't come in until 2004.
Yep.
So,
all right, we're going to take a roll back here and kind of see what happened. Let's take a little look here. This is over top. Ryan Patty looks like he gets just under Wetzel here. Oh, he gets loose.
Oh, he does. Oh, clink. Oh, yep. There we go. Into the wall.
Well, there's that Patty aggressive driving.
Zippity-doo-dah. But I think 54 says, I'm still facing forward. I'm just going to keep going that way.
Yeah. I guess so. There we go.
Oh, boy. Thomas Harkins, you are just a funny guy tonight.
Yes.
That's got to be at least his 3rd. Double entendre. All right. So you say that they will just pace to the finish at this point?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a wild finish
Kind
here.
of finish? I was going to say kind of finish?
Yeah, I'm just a little surprised.
Well, it happens. Everybody gets aggressive there toward the end.
Yeah, it's just not what you expect, you know. It kind of definitely unfolded an odd way, I would say. I was hoping we were going to have a shootout green here to the end.
Oh, yes, of course. So, oh yeah, Jay thinks it's a nail biter.
Hold on. Huh. I get and I shall receive. White flag is out. We are back under green. Let's keep this one on going here. Bobby Wetzel, Couts, Harper.
Oh!
Wetzel's around.
What the heck was that?
Wow.
He bumped right up under him like they were making more cars.
Yeah. Continuing on through. Couts is driving away with this one.
All right.
As the rest of the field got blown apart.
Yes, they did.
2.5 second lead. Everett Couts is going to come away with the win.
All right.
Now, I assure you, somebody's going to be fist fighting here. Oh, Gladelick comes back.
Gladelick in second.
All right, the win goes to Everett Couts. Gladelick comes second. Now I think Dalton Tucker aims for third, and he had to refuel on lap 197.
My good. And Picklesheimer, who was like in 8th or 9th a bit ago, it came in 4th. And there's your underdog, George, in 5th place.
How? Now, we're definitely going to have to see what happened to Bobby Wetzel here, because I guarantee you this guy's cussing. Something's fishy about this start, and I want to know how it happened and why.
Where?
So this is the restart.
Okay. All right, so they are past the line, the start-finish line. Goomba.
And 28 sends it.
I mean, yeehaw.
Yeah, Timmy Harper sends it. Now, what happens to Bobby Wetzel? Did he miss a shift? Yep. He missed a shift.
Oh.
Did you hear it rev up? It revved up and got stuck. It never shifted.
Wow. So he figured, so Harper thought he was behind him and everybody would be going. My goodness, he's still rolling.
Wow. Well. Bet you didn't see that one coming.
No, I did not. But, I mean, that's all it takes is a tiny little misstep or misshift. And, things come up daisies.
Wow. Alrighty. Well, that's going to do it for the race here. Let's take a look at where all of our guys ended up, though.
Yes, please.
Still an excellent race here.
24 finished in the grass.
Whew. Yeah, some of these guys getting knocked out here. Rather unfortunate, but it happens.
Yeah. And this was kind of like you say, a pre-game.
Yep.
post preseason. So, all right.
Alrighty, guys. If you're the first time tuning in to SimTraX Broadcasting, we're going to get our podium guys lined up and talk to our guys 1, 2, and 3. Hold on just a moment. Alrighty, everybody. We have caught up with our third place finisher of Dalton Tucker. Dalton, you know, that number 1 Ford looked like you ran out of fuel toward the end, yet you come away with a third place finish in the Baby Ruth machine. Talk to me about this race.
Yeah, that was the most roller coaster of a race I've ever had, I think, since I've been doing this. Ran up front for a good bit of the beginning, had a lot of speed. Went into pit, everything went good, and then I stopped paying attention, got a speeding penalty. Set me back about 25 seconds, 20 seconds, somewhere in there. And then we caught the field again, but by catching them, we were short on fuel, so I had to push it as far as it would go. We got back to the front with about, I don't know, 3, 4 laps, and I knew I was about to run out. So as soon as I pit, they start wrecking, and I thought it was over, but it was nice to kind of do one more lap and kind of get lucky with the third.
Dude, but yeah, everybody blowing apart right there at the end. That was kind of a bummer, but you were able to floss through the entire deal, man. What a wild finish here, you know? Third place is where you end up, you know, even starting, 16 places back from this. I mean, what a wild race, man. So we head into the Cup Series upcoming. Now, I'm assuming you're going to join that.
Yeah, I'll be running the Cup Series full time for championship, and I'll be doing kind of the trucks like off and on.
Ah, okay, man. Well, we'll definitely keep an eye out there and see how you do, and we'll be rooting you on from the booth up here. Dalton, congratulations on your third place finish. Before I let you go ahead and give me your shout outs for anybody out here who's watching you.
Definitely give a good shout out to Flatline Racing. Matt George was with me towards the end and allowed us to catch the lead pack. So shout out to them. Definitely shout out to my family back home watching this. It's been first race back in about 1.5 years or so. So it's nice to be back, and it was a fun race. Can't wait to watch the broadcast. So appreciate you guys for doing that.
Oh yeah, not a problem, man.
Come back with style.
Come back with style. I love it. All right, Dalton. Congratulations, man. We'll see you in a week.
All right, thank you.
All right, the week we're going to see him. We're going to see him at the LA Clash next Tuesday, of course. We'll get the stream up right after this run here, as this has been fantastic here, as we got this definitely kind of choking up to be an interesting one. Mr. Gladelick is not available to have a conversation with us here tonight, so we'll keep an eye out for him at a different time. But Stella, we are going to go ahead and find our race winner here tonight of Everett Couts and talk to him a little bit. We got a hold of the 32 Buick out here. Looks like the Mike's Hard Lemonade machine comes away with the win. Talk to me about kind of this last lap here right at the end.
The last lap, oh gosh, that's hard to remember. There were so many crazy laps, but I honestly, I mean, the last lap here, I don't know what's showing on the replay right now, but I basically got stuck on the high side from the 28 going low, and that was actually a blessing in disguise. I was a little annoyed in the moment because they're gonna have the optimal line going into 1 and 2 there, but the 9 missed a shift, and so I avoided getting wrecked from getting forced on that top lane, and that's really what gave me the win here.
Man, what a wild race, though. But I've got to look, taking a look back, I mean, you ended up, I don't think you ended up in any trouble here tonight. You were able to avoid about 95% of it.
Wow.
Yeah, I got involved in one wreck right at the beginning. I got like 2 minutes of damage. Got that fixed. Got spun entering pit road. That was really annoying.
Yep.
But luckily, could recover from that because we got some good drafters. We were able to catch back up to the big pack, and then they were all trying to save fuel, but I had saved fuel just drafting with the other people. So I was good pretty much. I was just saving a little bit more, you know, while I was in that big pack. But they were all slow because they were saving, so I just went all around like the majority of them till I got the 4th, and then yeah, then I just kind of hung around there, and then that whole restart happened, and then boom, here I am.
Man, oh man. What a race. All right, so we'll see you as well in the Cup Series here with the National Oval Racing Association.
Yep, I'll be part-time in Cup. I have kind of a go-karting league that also runs on Tuesdays, but that's once a month. So I'll be in most Cup races. Full-time in trucks, but yeah, I'll definitely be running a lot of Cup. I love it here. It's super fun. I've actually never won a race in NORA before this, so this is really cool.
All right.
Yeah, this is a really cool event. I'm happy I could get my first win here.
Cool. All right. Well, honestly, looking here, Stella, we had a Buick finish first, a Chevy finish second, and a Ford finishing third. Talking about a race like this, you know, do you prefer the 87s?
I like the 87s a lot just because it's not just like if you were in like the trucks or something where you're just full throttle the whole time. Fuel is maybe a concern sometimes, but rarely. But in these cars, like, you can burn your tires off really easily. So you got to save. On that first run, I really burned my tires off. And I hit the wall pretty hard. I forgot to mention that. I hit the wall pretty hard after I burned off my tires. But luckily, I was able to, like, you know, kind of adapt as the day went on. And yeah, these cars are really fun to drive. I prefer them, definitely.
All right, my man. Shout out time.
Oh, that's a tough one. I'll shout out Josh Conover, puts on all this stuff. He's real important to NORA, and I drove for kind of his team last year. Not sure if Ronnie Norman was here, but he's the one who introduced me to this league. So I'm really thankful for that. It was such a great league, and yeah, that's all I can think of right now.
All righty, man. Definitely great job, man, and hopefully we'll see you in the upcoming weeks to definitely put down some times in the Cup League, man. Can't wait to see what you guys got going on, and congratulations on your win here tonight.
Thank you, man.
All right, Stella, that is Everett Couts. He is rocking and rolling, coming away with a fantastic win here tonight. Talk to me a little bit about it here, Stella. Anything you take away from this race and kind of how we've met the National Oval Racing Association at their 4th annual run here of the 87s at Daytona?
Well, I like it. I'm looking forward to our upcoming week and good racing. Not altogether clean racing, but good aggressive driving. I like to see driving. And they give it to us. I'm liking it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Still a fantastic run here tonight. I've got to admit, a little sloppy here and there, but still, regardless, that was a fantastic race, especially with the 87s. These guys were able to floss and flow all over the track. Everybody bump, drafting, a little bit of taking the air off, and guys spinning out just a little bit. Contact with the wall. These cars get damaged really easy, but at the same respect, they drive like a brick, so you can smack them off the wall and continue going, and it was just is exactly what you want to see. Alrighty, guys, so next time we will be here at the National Oval Racing Association. These guys, we'll see NORA next Tuesday for the LA Coliseum Clash. That should be hopefully it won't be a nightmare. It's a very, very, very tiny track, and we're going to try to stuff as many cars onto it as absolutely possible and try to let them go at it. Then after that, of course, we'll end up at the Daytona Duels. Daytona yet again, and that'll be, of course, in the Cup car. So that is going to be a fantastic upcoming season. Definitely keep an eye out for the upcoming streams I have as well to get you guys launched for that, and the NSR League that we'll find out there on Saturdays. Congratulations to Everett Couts again for his win here tonight. Jacob Gladelick starting in second, and Dalton Tucker for his third place finish. But from all of us here at SimTraX Broadcasting, be well, be safe, be kind, and I'll see all you guys next time.